Okay, my friends and ladies and gentlemen. We last found ourselves doing a mission of bringing mining supplies for a friend named Gundren Rockseeker, a dwarf that lives in our kingdom. He told me that he had an opportunity for us, and if we would just take some mining supplies and meet him in the town of Phandalin, he would let us in on what he had discovered. On our adventure, on the way up, taking the mining supplies up to Phandalin, about a good 240 miles from from our kingdom, we were ambushed by goblins, and in searching the goblins and interrogating them, we had found out that Gundren had been taken to the Cragmaw Castle. In searching and defeating the goblins in the Cragmaw hideout, we found ourselves in the town of Phandalin, just a couple miles up the road. We proceeded to we proceeded to accept missions and do some shopping, and we found ourselves fighting the Red Brands, a gang of gangsters, forcing a lot of the local top populace to kind of be crushed under their thumb and their rule. So we ended up going into their hideout and wiping out a whole bunch of them, and finding ourselves getting ambushed at the Sleeping Giant's tap house, trying to finish off the rest of them. After interrogating and defeating all the bad guys, we were told, or we interrogated a bugbear known as Korg, and he told us and made a deal with us that if we would spare his life, that he would take us to Cragmaw Castle. We now find ourselves inside Cragmaw Castle, stealthed up, hidden the best we can. We have pro gamer guns, we have gothics, we have skullface, we have monarch, we have blue, and we have Max. Maxie. Guardian Angel Cowgirl. Okay, guys. So, currently, I thought we were gonna start playing though. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in a storeroom. Had beaten 3 hobgoblins. We are currently stealth. We have not alerted anybody yet. I am taking my first move to put my armor on. So that will put me back at my normal armor class. I'm currently sitting at a 13. If I put my armor on, it'll take me 10 minutes. I had to look up the stuff. It'll take me about 10 minutes to put my armor on. So is there anything you guys want to do to make your moves? Currently Max is taking his armor and his spiked armor out of his backpack and adorning his armor. Anybody else? Anything anybody else wants to do, let me know. We are free roam right now. Oh yes, Hero. Okay. Alright, Hero, I forgot. Okay. So, this is what I was gonna have you do, Hero. Hero finds himself taking the Highboard Trail on the same trail as us, and he ends up passing by a bugbear, an armless bugbear, coming out of the woods. As Hero, you find yourself walking on the trail heading west, and to your left a bugbear comes out of the bushes, and you stand at the ready, and you say, you know, who goes there, and you ask, and the bugbear proceeds to answer you, and and puts his arm up and says, you know, I mean you no harm. I was just with a band of adventurers. They, a lightning king and a fawn and griffins and a tiefling warlock, and hearing that, your ears perk up, and you ask him, a lightning king. He goes, which way did they go? And he tells you that he led us up to Cragmaw Castle, just to follow his path straight up north, about less than a mile. So you find yourself walking up the path, and as you get closer, you start to see the silhouette of a or not silhouette. You see the shape of a castle through the woods, and a sigh of relief enters as you've been traveling for over 5 days, and you find the castle, but you find that you don't see us. You don't know where we are. You come to the castle, and I want you to go ahead and roll a perception check, and then I want you to roll a stealth check. So go ahead and roll 20 2 times, and we will go from there. Oh, you find the animals. You see Percy, you see Molly the dolphin, you see Silver the wolf, and Gothic's Landstrider. You walk up to them, and they don't really recognize you, but they don't seem to give you much trouble, being as they've met you at least once. They kind of recognize you, but you kind of you pat Molly on the side, and you're like, where are they, girl? Where are they? And they're animals. They don't really understand everything. Oh wow! So that was your first roll, was 20. What up, Marsh? Just playing a little D&D. Don't worry about the technical stuff when it comes to dice rolling. Just worry about the descriptors. But we're playing an adventure with the group. Okay, so that was your first. So your first roll was your perception. 20 was your stealth. So look at that. Okay, so you don't really notice anything. You don't see where we are. So we're gonna go back and forth between the group. So group, is there anything you want to do while Hero is we're separate right now? So it'll go our group, Hero, our group, Hero, and Hero will have to make his way towards us, because right now, game-wise, we do not know he is here. We know he's coming, but it is by chance and luck that that he found his way here to Cragmaw Castle by bumping into the bugbear. 0. There you go. Landstrider 0. So you have a move if you want to. You've about 30 feet movement. You can describe what you want to do. Group. The rest of us, I'm putting on my armor right now.
Oh, good job.
Is there anybody else? Skullface, did you put your armor back on, or are you still without armor? And Blue is not here right now, so we will NPC play him for a little bit. Thank you for the food, babe. What'd you say?
Thank you. I asked you, can you throw that away?
Okay. Alright, Skullface. That's what I said, Marsh. Don't worry about what's going on. Worry about the describers and how I describe how we beat stuff. As far as technicality goes, we're inside a castle. We're with our characters, with our adventure. This is a way that the rest of the channel kind of has adventures together. And we roleplay. So we're currently playing D&D. Don't worry about being confused and telling us that you're confused. Most people do get confused that never played D&D. But we have me, we have Pro Gamer Guns, we have Monarch the Butterfly, We have the Warlock Tiefling. Tiefling is currently going over to the door. I'm going to attempt to crack it open. Go ahead and roll a perception check, Skullface. Alright, Ranger, you have a good night, buddy. Thanks for popping by. That's buttfuck. I agree, Pro Gamer Guns. So I'm gonna eat my dinner a little bit, okay? Hero, is there anything you want to do? Damn! You rolled a 20. Alright, Pro Gamer, alright. So, Skullface, you find yourself creaking to the door. You kind of slowly, you still hear the, you hear this, the whispering enchantment, and sounds like praying almost. And you crack the door open, and you get a good sight open. You find yourself opening it more, and you are on it opens on a pivot down like this, so you are right here. You're opening in your line of sight, because the handles are down here to the south. You get the door pretty open most of the way, and you find yourself peering around the corner of it to look into the room deeper, the angle that you can't see. You see 3 goblins, one bigger than the other, but you see 3 goblins on their knees praying to what looks like a goblin god. Yes, you, if you want to start casting, you should cast now. I think you should cast. You can start casting. Can I get a surprise attack? Yes, you can. Let me see here. Let me check. Let me check for you. 1, 3... Damn it. Yep. They are unaware right now. All 3 of them. I want to check for dead creatures. Okay. Alright, so currently Hero, getting closer to the castle, starts to tell himself and starts to think to himself, he's like, okay, now's the time. I should do my ritual. I should call upon my summoner. So he calls it starting around the same time as I'm putting on my armor. So as I'm putting my armor, and Skullface is, it's about 5 minutes into the ritual right now, you are calling your Reaper. The Hex Curse, it's a concentration, but is it a bonus there?
Sure.
Yeah, not sure, man. I'll have to look. Why doesn't it say, bro? Anything else anybody else wants to do? Go ahead, feel free. Skullface is the only one making moves right now. Everybody else can do whatever the hell they want. Yeah, it's a bonus action. It's his bonus action. Meaning you don't have to take your turn to do it. Oh, the hex, the thing for your blade? The Hexblade's Curse. There's Hex Warrior. At first of your card training, you gain proficiency to the mean armor and you influence. Yeah, that's the charisma modifier and dexterity. We already have that accounted for this morning. You did it this morning in the game already. When we woke up in the campsite, you put the hex on the dagger that you have. I would like to search the box. We have searched the hell out of that room already. That room has been looted. You search around, you start to look around in the boxes to see if you can find anything else, but you see that it's been really, it's been ransacked, minus the dead body or one or two. And with that one, you definitely looks like a bunch of boxes. You would like to search for dead creatures. Alright, go ahead and roll a perception check, hero. You search towards, you're looking around for dead bodies in the forest near you. You currently don't see any. As you walk up a little bit towards, you do notice the goblin standing guard up here near a doorway, stairwell leading up north. You notice this goblin archer standing watch to your right. We'll go that one out of the way. I'll just sing it for. I'll sing it for your. It's just a box. Okay. It's just a box. I got that one out of the way. Anything else? Skullface is about to make moves on these creatures. Does anybody else can kind of join him? You can. I'm putting on my armor. I'd say we're at about 8 minutes now. Would you roll a 24? I light up the joint in my mouth and Jesus Christ. So first of all, Pro Gamerins, you need to go find and buy some. You currently don't have any elven leaf on you right now. You have to go buy some in town or somewhere, wherever the hell. So you currently don't have any elven leaf on you. It's so funny. You search your pockets and you look and you're like, damn it, I didn't pick any up at the anywhere. I cast Hex on the they're 3 goblins and aim for his chest with an Eldritch Blast, my finger gun ready to shoot. Okay, so you're putting the curse on one of the goblins. The curse, so you crit on you crit 1 hour on a hit, extra 1d6 necrotic damage. Disadvantage to enemies' ability checks. Okay, so you do an additional 1d6 necrotic damage on your hit, and you crit on, or you don't crit. Do you crit on 19 and 20? Yeah, you do. Oh, the Hexblade's Curse. Crit on roll 19, 20 if target dies. 1 plus. Oh, you do the Hexblade's Curse. So bonus action, plus 2 damage on it, and crit roll 19 and 20. Okay, so you look at the goblin that's in the middle, and it looks bigger than the other goblins, and you put a curse around the goblin, and the goblin is unaware of this curse. I rolled a 20. Nope. You're silly, Pro Gamer Guns. Ripped out apparently. good with that. Okay, yeah, the not Hexblade curse, I just hex, not the curse, I just hex the spell. I have that as a level 1 spell. Oh, okay, you want the hex, the 1d6 narcotic damage and disadvantage on ability checks. Okay, so you do the hex. You same thing, just a different power. The goblin, yeah, the picture is different though. I got the goblin from there. Yes. No, okay, so we got that. All right, hero. Your ritual is now done. With a silent, wisp of air, the Reaper form comes out and is around you and recedes back into you. Right now, it is currently hidden around you. You can, you have a couple options now. You can sneak around to the left and go ahead and roll a survival check right now. Skullface, or it's the hero, and Skullface is getting ready to attack. So Skullface. If anybody's gonna do anything else so far, the only person who spoke up is Pro Gamer Guns, Hero, and Skullface. Monarch, Gothix, are you doing anything? Did you want to do anything? Gothix typed something. LOL, I attempt. Pro Gamer Guns, Hero, Eidolon summon, Skullface. I would like to run and slide across the room, slice and eat goblins' tendons, rending them unable to stand or walk. Okay, so you get next to Skullface and you end up standing and you kind of put your hand on his shoulder and you see him getting ready for attack, and you ask him what's his plan of attack, and he tells you that he hexed the middle goblin and is getting ready to do a sneak attack on you as well. So. Go ahead, both of you guys right now, go ahead and roll your 20s for attack to see if you hit your targets. Hero rolled a 1. Of course, poor Hero. Oh no, yeah, okay. Yep, you're good, I got you, sorry. A lot of things to read. Friday's on. Okay. Closer, can I pass? You would die. Yes, absolutely, Monarch, you can. If you'd like to, so Skull, go ahead. Roll the 5. You can. Go ahead and throw him an extra dice. So, Monarch flies over and is seeing the other two get ready, and he gets behind Gothix and gets into position and sings him a little tune to inspire Gothix. This is where I need my list of songs. Monarch, you have a song for me? Give me a song for inspiration. Okay, so Skullface gets ready. Gothix as well. Gothix rolled a 20 and got a 6. Go ahead and roll another d6, Gothix, as Monarch is inspiring you, and add that d6 to your roll. So you rolled a 6 plus. You actually probably already hit 6. But what are you doing? You're doing your katana, right? So that's 13. Yep, take that 6. With 17 attack, 14 damage. Cool. Got you. So, what is that? Okay, so you had a 13 plus 3. That makes it 16. That's actually a hit, because otherwise you would have missed. So, alright, which goblin are you attacking? And, okay, Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire! Alright, and you start to, Monarch starts to sing a little tune. Those goblins are going down, down, down in the burning ring of fire. The cam goes up and the flames keep getting higher. Gothic's feeling inspired by this song, rolls another d6 and actually hits the target. So you would have missed otherwise. All right, so you see three goblins. You see one bigger goblin, and they seem to be praying to some kind of deity. If anybody wants to, they can go ahead and roll a history check or a religion check. Yeah. Okay, Pro Gamer Guns is starting to head out. Hero, you currently find yourself. So you move forward a little bit. You don't see anything yet. You're kind of, which way did you want to move, Hero? Since you did not see, your nature check did not pass. Which way did you want to move, Hero? I mean, it's not illegal for you to start heading this way. Like, you can start going up this way. Don't worry. You don't have to head the opposite way because your character doesn't know at that point. You just can't react as quickly and be like, I'm running towards them in urgency. I attack the big one. Okay, all of them. I slide across the floor. Okay, so you can you can attack one thing at a time unless you have multiple attacks. But I like the idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split the damage between the three of them. So what was your damage? Go ahead and roll your damage for your katana, Gothics, as we get ready to do this. Towards the goblin, trying to remain in stealth. Okay. The goblin, you are currently not stealthed, or you are currently stealthed. You're 20. Okay, so you're heading towards the goblin. You are currently on the edge of the bush watching the goblin, and the goblin does not see you right now. Can you run a quick recognition identify on a goblin? You can do a nature check on the goblin if you want to know a little more about them, but I think we've kind of figured out everything that we have to know about them. But I can see what we could do. Gothics rolled a 1, of course, a +5, so 6. Okay, very good. And then we'll separate that between 2. So 2. All right, so this is how it goes. All right, here we play it out. So Pro Gamer Guns is sliding up behind, seeing everybody get ready. So there's no room for everybody to run through one door, so everybody has to kind of do this at one time. So right now we're gonna play it out. So Gothics, you know, the door's slightly opened. He gives the nod to Skullface. Monarch also gives the little butterfly nod, and Gothics goes running out and slides underneath, like slides. They're both on their knees. They're already praying to the ground, but Gothics kind of slides near them and strikes all three of them in the back, sliding past them, kind of all three of them. They kind of don't see him. They scream out in a little bit of pain, and Skullface follows suit, running out into this opening and does his Eldritch Blast on the middle goblin, and does his finger and points, and the goblin, you know, looks as the Eldritch Blast completely disintegrates him on the floor. The other two goblins are still alive. Go ahead and roll for initiative. Skullface, Gothics, and Pro Gamer Guns. That's not what I wanted. Can't get rid of that. Won't let me get rid of this. But that's not dead. That one isn't dead either. That's what's pissing me off. I marked the wrong ones. This middle one is dead, okay? The other two are still alive. It won't let me delete these right now, so I'll worry about that later, but this one in the middle is dead. Can I run right? But yeah, you can definitely do a perception check. All right, so I get my armor on about this time. Blue moves over to the side. I move in suit to follow the group and see what they're doing. Okay. Okay. The other two, go ahead and so 12. Skull is 12. Gothics rolled a 20. Very nice, Gothics. 12, 20. Pro Gamer Guns, Monarch, roll you for initiative. And 16. Now I'm trying to remain in stealth. I'm a Christian, I have experience. Okay. Hero, anything you want to do? You're free to do. You see yourself currently standing next to the, or you see yourself, the goblin has not noticed you yet. Okay. Alright. Go ahead. Move to the door. I'll have you move out through. Monarch heads in. Monarch rolled for initiative. Go ahead and roll for initiative too, babe. 15. Okay. Monarch got a 5. Cowgirl got a 15. Okay. Alright, so it goes Gothics. Oh, the enemy needs to roll. 19. Okay. So Gothics, enemy, Monarch, or Gothics, enemy, Cowgirl, and Monarch, and Pro Gamer Guns. What's your initiative? Go ahead and roll for initiative, Pro Gamer Guns. Can I sneak attack the goblin from this range? You can. Do you what are the weapons we have for you? You have your magic missile, which does 3d 1d4 force damage. Be careful, okay? Because we are still silenced and he is near people. So if you don't kill him and he yells out, you're done. You have your physical attacks, you have your claws, you have your spectral scythe, 2d6 plus 2 slashing. You have your dagger. I would just make sure that you kill this guy in one shot. Or you're a changeling. You can make yourself look like a, you know, something else. I don't know. Your choice. Okay, so Gothics, go ahead, you're up. The round starts right now. It's not gonna be too crazy, but you find yourself on the right side near the goblin you struck. Both goblins are bleeding. They're looking okay though. One of them is dead on the ground. Currently the surprise round is over. Go ahead, Gothics. Yeah, your turn. Of course, you got a 6. So right before Monarch, underneath Cowgirl. I don't think we'll get that far though, but I have to do it. Can I sneak attack the goblin from this range? Yes, you can. You so go ahead and roll a 20. Oh, how do you want to kill him? Like, tell me how you want to attack him and stuff like that. Hero, you have the advantage right now because you are sneaking and he does not notice you. Goblin, and use my magic hand to cover the goblin's mouth, striking him with magic missiles. Very good. Okay, so go ahead and roll 3d4 plus 3. Since you're doing all on him, so it's 1d4 plus 1 3 times. So 3d4 plus 3. Roll a 12. I stand up and try behind the goblin nearest me. Okay, behead. All right, go ahead and roll your 20, Gothics, for your attack. As the time slows down, Gothic stands up, gets ready to strike towards the goblin nearest him. Hero, and simultaneously. So 3. Okay, good. Go ahead. 2 more. Yeah, don't type anything behind it. I think that's what the problem is. It won't do it if you type behind it. You have to. The program won't recognize it. I'm sorry. Gothics, go ahead, roll your 20 for your attack. Damn, where's all these 20s coming from? Holy crap. Somebody's lying to me. All right, Gothics, go ahead and roll. That's a critical, my friend. That was my last roll. All right, go ahead and roll another 4. Okay, 1 and 3. Okay. So that's the other 2 rolls. So 6. That you are lucky. Okay. So simultaneously, you see the camera split in half as Gothic slides up, stands up next to Goth and strikes with his katana. Go ahead and roll your damage, Gothics. And as simultaneously as it happened, Hero kind of moves around the side. The goblin, you see the goblin kind of his back on the wall. It's silent, you know, the birds are chirping. You move a twig and the goblin kind of, you know, his ears perk, but he doesn't hear anything. You see the camera looking at the goblin. All of a sudden the silhouette of your shape kind of just rises behind him, and you put your hand on his mouth and the goblin, and then the light appears as you shoot 3 blasts of missiles into its face. What's up, Koala, Walla Walla? Coming in for that booty. Welcome, welcome, man. We're playing a little D&D Adventures right now. Rolled a 6, and then a 6 plus 11, and so you got a 6. You times the 6 by 2, making it 12 plus your 5, 6, 17. As you same time, Gothics, as the light consumes the little goblin and just gets destroyed. The goblin's kind of jaw just kind of, you shoot away from yourself, and the balls shoot towards and destroy the goblin's lower part of its face. Hero, as the goblin is Dunskies. And at the same time, Gothics strikes up, kind of stands up slowly, and strikes towards the goblin, strikes down, strikes a whole bunch of times and cuts this goblin into mincemeat. As before the head even hits the ground, the rest of the body is diced. In that final squeal, the goblin yells out for you know, help, help. And you hear this slimy sound. You hear this drop. Just go ahead and roll a perception check, everybody. Hero, what's your next move? Good job on killing the goblin. 12. Okay. Right behind Cowgirl right here. Monarch rolled a 5. Oh, my hamburger. My food. Cold. Thank you, baby. Just so excited. Here we go again. Rolled a 9. What? Copy paste. Very good, Hero. All right. Hero takes about I'd say this takes you about 5 minutes. All right. Hero starts to, you see this form of or nobody sees this, but you on camera, the form changes to the goblin shape. You see his face kind of change from the old man as he turns into a goblin, and the clothes around him starts to be huge. And the goblin, you know, you see the goblin kind of shake out of the clothes and put that clothes into his backpack as he takes the clothes of the goblin and makes himself look like the goblin and puts the goblin clothes on, and currently is disguised as a goblin. It'll take you about 5 minutes. Okay. With a slimy, sloppy pro gamer guns and who else? Cowgirl, right? That's 12. Anybody else roll high? I'm seeing a 5, a 6. I don't see anything else for higher. Pro gamer guns and Cowgirl see this as a creature, a worm-like creature, bigger than we've really seen before, with these crazy tentacles in its mouth, and this kind of lets out this hiss. You currently see in front of you at the doorway this creature. Take a look, skis. This creature has four tentacles wrapped around what looks like a beak-like appendage, and with spikes and acrylic nails ready to strike, as it is a big worm snake-like creature, about maybe 8 feet in length, only going about maybe 5 to 6 feet tall. This delay really bad. Okay. Ew. So everybody can take a look at this creature. Never seen this creature before. I'm sorry. It looks like the delay is pretty bad today. Alright, guys. This Grick comes out. Or, god damn it. This creature comes out. It's really hard not to do that. I perceive this that I'm not dead. Ow. You, yep. Snake-to-puss. Okay. Everybody needs to go ahead and roll for initiative. Skullface, what did you see? This is a different oh no, this thing gets put into initiative. Never mind. Never mind. I lied. My bad, guys. Lied. Stop it. Don't roll for initiative. That was a 20. What's its bonus? Grick. Okay. We're gonna say it's right underneath Gothic's as well. Okay, Max is going to roll for initiative as well. I will roll on the computer. 18, hell yeah. Right between the two enemies. Okay, so Goth, enemy, Max, Cowgirl, Bro. Skullface, what was your initiative? Oh, 12. So you're before, you're right after Cowgirl. Pro Gamer Guns, what was your initiative? Pro Gamer Guns, what was your initiative? I didn't see that. Oh, 16. So you're before. So you're before Cowgirl. Okay. Pro Gamers is before, and then Monarch. Skullface, what did you roll? A 5? Oh no, a 12. So you're before Monarch. God, Monarch's always last one. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, that's not true. I'm sorry. I was gonna jump in on the red square. Right. Okay. Currently, right now, I needed to make sure that you didn't see that. I wanted to see, what was your perception roll? I don't remember it being very high. I just gotta double check this because I don't want to be one. Skullface, roll 20, rolled a 10. Okay, that was, okay. We're looking for 14. Okay, so the 16 was something else. The 6, oh, 6. Okay, you're good. Well, thank you, Pro Gamer Guns. So then you're right above Monarch. So Max, Cowgirl, Skull, Pro, Monarch. And Gothix. Gothix, you are going to be first. As the Grick jumps, the creature, it falls down. It flops through the curtains that are holding and attacks towards Skullface has a +4 in its attack. It moves in for a tentacle attack. 17. Okay. Plus a thing, and then it does on hit. It gets damage. Okay, and then so 9 damage, and then it gets to attack again. So the grit comes from behind the curtain, Skullface. You don't see it to your right. It kind of jumps out of the curtain with the curtain kind of swapped over it. All of a sudden, you see one of the tentacles strike out from the curtain, cutting the curtain simultaneously and striking towards you. It strikes and hits your shoulder, doing 9 damage. Goes in for a second beak attack. 7, and it misses. 7, 8, 9, 10. It misses its second attack as it chomps towards you. It dealt 9 damage to you. Go ahead, Gothics. You are first on the initiative line. The surprise round is over. 15 or 5. 9 minus. Oh, that's 7. Can you be last next time? Yeah, if you just need to let me know. Like, I don't want to be first in initiative. I want to be last. It's fine. Hero, anything you want to do? You're free to move. If you want to do anything, you are currently disguised as a goblin. Simultaneously. Feel free. Alright. Skullface, or Gothic, seeing the grit, comes up next to it about right here and gets ready. Go ahead and roll your attack, Gothics. Roll your 20s, or your 20. Add 7 to the 20. I would like to walk through the side door. Okay. So, you walk up, you see the door. As you walk up to the side here, you walk past the dead goblin body as it lays on the floor, and you walk up to this door, and you try to attempt to open it, and you kind of hear this. It's locked. You currently can't seem to unlock this door. It is, you find that it is a locked door. I believe if you pass a 25, or was it 20 strength saving throw, you can bust it down. 25. You have to roll a 25 strength saving throw and you can bust through the door. Or strength check, not saving throw. 11 plus your 7, that hits. Ipe. Arc. You knock on the door. Oh, man. Okay. You knock on the door, and you bump, 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 bump. And you hear a couple of voices. You hear... And, currently the door opens, and a, hobgoblin pops his head out, opens the door, and yells and says to you, in Goblin. What do you do? This is what you're looking at right now, is this creature. This is what you see in front of you. This is what a hobgoblin looks like. $13, very good. Okay. 3, 5. All right, so Gothics, Gothix looks to the Grick and he goes, "Nobody touches my friend." This kapow, kapow, as a loud echo enters the castle, and you hear this kapow explosion echo throughout all the caverns as the Grick screams out in a pain as it takes 13 damage. Hey, what's up, Krang? There's your problem. If you don't know Goblin, you're screwed.
Not true.
Yeah, well, he can speak, he can speak to it in English. It's not, not to say anything's wrong with that, but, it might rouse suspicion. But, Hero, you find yourself face to face with a go ahead and roll a perception check. You find yourself face to face with a hobgoblin. He doesn't seem alarmed. He just seems annoyed with you, really. How does that keep happening? Oh, sorry. Hey, baby. Rolled a 20. Very good. Well, he's speaking Goblin to you. He definitely seems annoyed. You're getting the sense that he's asking you, what the hell do you want? Like, you obviously deduct that the guard that you took over was on guard duty, and this guy is asking you, what the fuck do you want? But you're not really certain. You just get this based on your role and your perception, you can tell that he's annoyed with you and he's cross. Next is the Goblin. The Goblin sees the Warlock and is going to attack the Warlock. And is going to roll its 20. Roll the natural 1. The Goblin grabs his sword and moves towards you, Warlock. As you see this in the slight corner of your eye, skull face, the Goblin comes down, striking towards you. You pull out your dagger in the last second out of your belt loop and ching, stop the blade just short of attacking you. The Grick will go now as well. Seeing you in front as well, is going to go for an attack. Good luck, buddy. Stop rolling on the fucking... I need it to stay on flat surface. No, and it falls off the table. That's great. You know what? Just to save face, because I've had to roll 3 fucking times, so it doesn't seem unfair. Let's just go with typing for this roll. Because I need like a box or something that keeps it from falling on my lap, because that's... Okay, rolled a 12. Plus it's 4, 16. Aren't you a lucky son of a bitch? The Grick fucking strikes towards you as you stop the one with the dagger. You see the Grick coming towards you, and you dodge to the side towards Gothix as the Grick kind of moves in a little bit more into the room. Cowgirl, you see the Grick real close to you now. Go Gamer Guns, or who's next? I am next. Seeing this skull go down, I move in to do my attack towards the Grick. I slip past Cowgirl and I move into this square next to the Goblin, and I move to strike the Grick. One. Okay, all right, that's not too bad. Roll 20. 17, hell yeah. Roll for my second strike. 11. His armor class is 14 plus my 6. That hits. Now let's do the damage. Roll 6. Roll 6. So 4 plus 4, or what is that? Yeah, so 2 plus 6, 2 plus 6. So 12. Look at that. Okay, Gothic, save me. My blade behind the save me. I hide my blade behind the goblin. So I see the Grick and I move towards, and I kind of do this slide, and I lunge both my swords into the Grick's belly, or the creature's belly, and I strike in, and the creature starts to yell out in pain as its tentacles kind of flop about. This Grick, the creature's guts start to spill on the floor as it takes 12 damage. It's not looking too good, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, next is Cowgirl. What would you like to do? Bow attack, okay. Eight plus 5. What is that? 13. What is it? Ask Monarch for some inspiration. Right. Huh? Well, you can ask for it. It's kind of like it's involved. Yeah, just take the inspiration and get the hit. You're 1 point off. No, Monarch, do you want to hand Pro Gamer Cowgirl a inspiration die? I think that would make it 2. Well, there is a delay, so it's kind of like we have to work with that. Monarch? Yes, no, maybe so. I know there's a delay. Can I use my turn to use my blood to heal Skullface? You don't have that ability yet. That ability comes later. All right, so Monarch, what's the song you sing to Cowgirl to inspire her? As Cowgirl gets ready, she knocks her arrow and she gets. Go ahead and roll a d6, babe. She gets ready to aim and she hears the little butterfly start to sing her a town. That's what he says. He says sure. That's how he does things. So 5. Okay, so it hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. That one little bit helps you. 8. Oh, you got an 8 plus. Was that? How much? 11. All right. So the Grick it's focused on Skullface, and he's it's flopping about, and it's reeling from Max's strike. As Pro Gamer or Cowgirl sees, and she sees the mouth kind of open as it wants to move in for an attack on Max. Its beak opens wide. She grabs her bow and she shoots the knock, and the arrow goes straight into its mouth, and as it kind of lets out this silent, and it flops to the ground. Okay, so as that happens, and as the explosion echoes through the cave, you start to hear the pitter-pattering of footsteps. You start to hear this as the alarm is sounded. It sounds like the whole place is on alert now. You hear footsteps heading towards into the hallway to your side. You're not sure of how many, but you definitely hear a couple of footsteps. It sounds like a bunch of warriors are coming into the hallway to our side. You start to hear chattering, and then you currently are on the other side of these curtains as the hallway fills up. Great finishing move. Okay, so they are going to be inserted into initiative now. 7. Okay. So that puts them just above Pro Gamer Guns. So the new initiative order is Gothics. There is no more enemy, so Max on that one. Cowgirl. Skull, enemy, and Monarch. Please color code. Yeah, I got you. I am down for that. Thank you. So from left to right, got red. Come on. There we go. Red. Blue. Little can't really see him that well, but blue. Green. Orange. Purple. You want to go last. Okay, so go. Alright, so the new order is Max, Cowgirl, Skullface, Enemy, Monarch, and Gothics. Okay, sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 3. Oh wow. 1, 2. And then 3, 4. Okay. All right, guys. Max's turn. I'm going to attack this this goblin right next to us and finish this guy off. I think I forgot Skull. It's enemy, pro gamer guns, and then Monarch. Sorry, you're right, Monarch or pro gamer. So Max, Cowgirl, Skullface, enemy, pro gamer guns, Monarch, and Gothics. Okay. All right. So I'm going to attack this goblin. 6 plus 6 is 12. The goblin's AC, I miss. I move in to strike. The goblin sees me coming and put up his sword. And he's ka-ching as I block one, and he kind of parries it to the side. I'm going to use my movement to move about right here out of everybody's way. My hex moves to the goblin, and I scream at the red hobgoblin and fire an eldritch blast at the red hobgoblin, and I move towards the back of the room. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so Skullface steps over the body of the dead creature. Oh, that's why that's not. Because this is... Hang on, guys. The table's kind of falling apart a little bit. Okay, so go ahead and roll your attack. The hex... the target is not dead yet, so, or wait, you did it on the other target. Yeah, so the hex moves to the other target. Sounds good. It'll do an extra 1d6 damage. Yep. The hex moves to the hobgoblin, not the goblin. It moves to the nearest enemy within 5 feet, doesn't it? Or you choose enemy ability. Okay, cool. Alright, so, what's its range? Alright, that's fine. The curse, all of a sudden you see this green aura kind of emanate around the hobgoblin, and go ahead and roll your attack, Skullface. Hero, what do you want to do? You can do something if you like. You currently find yourself... Oh, as that alarm goes off, you hear, Hero, you currently are you're kind of stunned. You don't know what to say to the hobgoblin. And you're about to open your mouth and blow your cover, and all of a sudden you hear this as the alarm, and the hobgoblin next to you tells you in Goblin and nods his head to follow you as he currently heads up towards the noise. He tells you to come about right here. And you find yourself... go ahead and roll a 20 for initiative. Or, well, it depends. You don't have to roll 20 unless you're not attacking. Are you attacking, or, because you don't have to roll initiative if you're not attacking, because attacking will give you away. If you currently are just chilling and waiting to see what happens, you can. You don't have to roll for initiative. Silent image, project the image of Max. I yell and scream, point at it, and act frantic. Never mind. Good idea, though. I'm sorry I cut you off. That delay can really kill us sometimes. You save that in your pocket. Save that in your pocket. Alright, it is currently Cowgirl's turn.
There's like 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the next room, and then a 6th one is on its way. Okay, do you want... Okay, yeah, yep, definitely. Okay, so you move a little closer. So Cowgirl gets ready to do a sleep spell. She, I'm gonna get rid of the Grix's body and just... so it gets out of the way.
I feel like I can get
right there. About a 20-foot radius, yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20. You could probably get that whole little 4 group right there. Okay, so Cowgirl moves up and moves past the the curtain's been ripped, so she sees above her a ripped rod that's holding a ripped curtain. Go ahead and roll your it's because I'm finishing up his attack. Like he go ahead, you're good. We can do simultaneous. So 7, you're doing your Eldritch Blast and you're doing the necrotic damage, right? So 1 is 7 plus 5.
Holy crap, 29.
So 29. Very good. Okay, give me a second here. So 7 plus 29. Cowgirl just rolled a 29 with her shit. So 1d10 plus 5. So your d10 okay, so 7, that's 13, and then the 6 is 1, so 1 damage necrotic. So you get ready your Eldritch Blast right as Cowgirl gets in line behind you. Where are you? No, not you, sorry. I'm looking for the Warlock. I might have deleted him. Okay, that's fine. I have you right here, so your health should be the same. Yep. See, look at that. Okay, so you as Cowgirl gets in right behind you, you get ready to do your Eldritch Blast. You pointing your fingers towards the cursed creature. It takes you do this, you see this green blast of energy start to form in a ball around the tip of Skullface's finger as his Eldritch Blast goes towards the Hobgoblin, and the Hobgoblin as it kind of gets burnt and you hear this crackling energy. It takes 14 damage. The Hobgoblin, seeing this coming, kind of just, you see the top part of its torso kind of burnt, and it just flops to the ground as this Hobgoblin is no more. Alright, and then Cowgirl does her sleep spell. Cowgirl simultaneously slides near you, going on the ground. She gets in position and does her sleep spell. 29? Holy crap. So Cowgirl, she snaps her finger and she faces it towards this group of bad guys. And currently all of a sudden you see the 4 hobgoblins just as 4 creatures flop to the ground and pass out right in front of us. I will tint them to blue so they are signal that they are sleeping. Currently these 4 are passed the fuck out. Who's next? It is Skullface. Or no, it's not Skullface. We did Skullface. Okay, so now it'll be the enemy. Okay, let me these guys all blue. Alright, let me do this real quick. I'll check the chat. Okay, what did you guys send up? Of course. Attack 24, then a 13 for damage. Yep, you totally killed it. I put my finger to the mouth and blow away. blow it away and say, I'm on fire, as he puts his imaginary gun back into his holster. Very good. Okay. It is the enemy's turn. So this hobgoblin hero, you see the hobgoblin in front of you. He comes out and he opens the door, and as he opens the door, he hits one of the other goblins on the side and sees them, and he's I need to double check this. He sees them on the ground. He hits them, but they do not wake up, and he uses an action to wake one of them up, or shake them up. And I believe, let me just double check this. Someone use an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Okay, cool. All right, he uses his one action to wake up the other hobgoblin next to him, and you see Cowgirl sees the hobgoblin grab the other hobgoblins on the bed, and you hear him kind of yell and curse at something in goblinoid as he smacks and wakes up this, uses his action to wake up this goblin. This goblin is now back, woken up. It is now Pro Gamer Guns, your turn. As you are getting ready, Pro Gamer Guns, more noise starts to come from another room behind you. All of a sudden, Hero, you hear the door open to behind you to the left. As you hear it crack open, you hear a bunch more footprints as about 4 more goblins come running out of this, or 3 more goblins come running out of this side, and another 4 come running out of this side. They are currently about here. They are coming up behind you. That is their movement. I enter the room with power, Cowgirl. Sounds good. Pro Gamer Guns uses her movement to move up. Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gets you to about right here at your max. About 30, if you like. About right here. That is your max movement. You can do an action, or you are not near anybody, actually. You have a 5-foot reach. Let's do this specific. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So yeah, you're about right here, movement-wise. Currently, there's nothing near you. You can attempt to, like, throw your stuff, or throw something, or do a ranged attack. It's up to you, kind of what you'd like to do, but you currently are right there. That is your movement. You can use a dash to move more, but then you can't attack. That's okay. You don't have to be exciting. You're getting into position. You can decide to either throw, or you can just, take that and move to the next person. We can get it going. No biggie. Are you done, Pro Gamer Guns? Or if not, then we'll move. If you are, then we can move to Monarch. Monarch, you'd be next. All right, go ahead and roll a 20. See if you hit your target. Pro Gamer Guns, seeing that she has 15 feet of rope left, she grabs her rope and she makes a makeshift whip and gets ready to whip the hobgoblin. I'd say you're probably whipping the blue hobgoblin. Pick up a rock and throw it. Rolled a 20. Holy shit, that's a critical. And she gets ready. Go ahead. Let's say this is a makeshift weapon. So I'm going to say it's a D6 plus your dexterity. So what is your dexterity? It is a 4, so a d6 plus 4. Go ahead and roll a d6 and add 4 to it. As you whip and you double the d6, whatever you roll, and it's because it's a critical. So you go ahead and you're whipping around and you whoosh, as you whip towards the hobgoblin. 3 doing 6 plus 4 doing 10 damage. The hobgoblin doesn't even see it coming as you whoosh, whip out, and miraculously the rope flies towards and pings the goblin in the eye, making him kind of as his left eye is now shut. Go ahead and roll Gothix. You're next.
Open the world of
Nah, she's proficient in rope. I know, right? She really is proficient in rope. Alright, Monarch, you're up, man. Or not Gothix. Monarch is up. Why did I say Gothix? I mean Monarch. You are up. The Barterfly is now up. I throw my boomerang at the blue one. Okay, very good. Alright, so let's see here. You have about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, about 30. About same right here next to Pro Gamer Guns. Go ahead, roll your 20 for attack, blue. Or, Monarch. You have a plus 5 to your boomerang. So roll 20 and add 5 to it. And then the AC of the creature against that. Monarch rolled 13, very good. Hit. Fucking just barely hits, actually. Look at you. We're also gonna put so Hero, you're kind of moving free of initiative. What do you want to do? You can do something right now. You're not in attack unless you want to start attacking. If you want to attack, you have a surprise attack right now, so you're not in initiative. You are on free roam. You are a disguised goblin, and you see 3 goblins running towards you towards the fray to help. Go towards the noise that they heard, and the alarm has been sounded. Anything with rope? Yeah, that's completely fine with me. We could totally work on something like that. Monarch rolled a 1, but you got your plus 5, right? So your plus 3 bludgeoning. So, okay, so check this out. So you did. Pro Gamer Guns did about. What was that? 6. Did 12, 13. Okay, so the hobgoblin with the eye, he's before he can even settle, all of a sudden he hears this as another boomerang comes, and he opens his right eye to see what's coming. All of a sudden, the boomerang enters his eye and pokes into his eye as he falls back, and just hear this flop on the ground as your boomerang finishes him off. All right, Gothix, it is now your turn. Okay, you want a sneak attack, so you want, okay, go ahead. So let's do that. So the green the green hobgoblin. Go ahead and roll your 20s with advantage because he is passed out and sleeping. The goblin gets ready to, as the Reaper form kind of comes out, and the goblins behind you see this Reaper form come out of you as you are walking, and they are heading towards the backup. They stop for a second and see the little goblin in front of them have this Reaper come out of it as this big Reaper with the scythe in his hand comes out. Ha ha ha. That's dirty, Gothics. And go ahead and roll 2 20s for your attack. Go ahead and roll your attack. So roll a 20 and roll it twice and take the best result because it is a sleeping goblin on the floor. That's not gay, that's actually sexual. That's heterosexual. All right, and roll again. Take the best roll. You have advantage on the attack because it is a sleeping, downed, prone creature. It's not hard to hit a sleeping, down, prone creature, so you get advantage. Don't type after it. There you go. 18. Good. All right, go ahead and do your damage. I don't want it on my Christian Roblox server. Alright, do your damage, hero. You're doing your spectral scythe, right? I want to sprint across the room and slide again, stabbing each of the sleeping goblins. Very good. All right, as that is simultaneously happening, it is a 2d6 plus 2 slashing damage. 2d6 plus 2. That is the damage of a scythe. Had to look that one up. That's why you had to invest so many points into the weapons thing. That's what balances your class out, is that you have a decent weapon, but to handle that weapon, you have to invest your points into that. So that's where your balance is for your character. So 1 plus 2 so far. Roll 6. All right, Gothic. After this, after his surprise attack, you will do that. Okay, Gothics. So Gothics gets in position and he sees a curtain in front of him and he slides the curtain as he backs up and he runs forward and gets his momentum to slide across these goblins. Rolled a 6. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, dealing 9 damage. Okay. The Reaper, comes out and you hear this kind of bellowing as it strikes the hobgoblin. You said the green hobgoblin, right? And it deals what was that? 9 damage. As you strike down and you kind of stab, you see this motionless body as all of a sudden you just kind of strike into its chest, and the hobgoblin wakes up instantly and as he looks down and sees this spectral scythe kind of just come out of him with the blood on top of the on top of the scythe, and bellowing out in pain as he takes 9 damage. Two left. Okay. Rolled an 8, and you want to do the same thing. You want to divide 13 divided by 3, right? It's like what? Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna go say goodnight to the kiddo really quick. I just want to say goodnight, and I will distribute your damage. The next person, I put my turn to Cowgirl. Cowgirl, go after this. For what creature? Goblin? Yeah, the goblin, yes. Okay. 15 just hits. Just barely on the goblin. Which goblin? The closest one? 6? Okay. Cool. Okay, so Cowgirl, so Gothic strides by. He does 4 damage to, or about I'll do round down for the damage, so about 3 damage each, or 4 damage each. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll do that. Yeah, so 4, 4, 4. So 7, 3, 3. All right. Okay, and then the goblin. So Simon, as instantly as you pull out the the spectral scythe, hero, you see Gothic's, you know, fly past the curtain. He's sliding on one knee as the curtain was shut, and it kind of flies up in the wind in slow-mo as Gothic's, you see him sliding with his sword next to his side as he's, or to his right side, as he's slicing the 3 goblins that are sleeping on the floor. They taking 3 damage each. Cowgirl, as soon as Gothic's slides past the first one, pew, lets off on the goblin. You find yourself stopping about right here, Gothic's, and the goblin next to you, you hear this as a Cowgirl finishes off the goblin closest to you with her bow. This is done. This guy is awake, and the other guy is awake now as well. Okay. As this is going on, these goblins move up to about right here. They are coming around the side. They run into blue. One is fighting blue right now. I will play that out. The other 2 coming from the side. And the goblins behind you, hero, now know that you're not what you seem to be. They seeing the Reaper form come out of you. They gather around your side as well. Yeah, put your phone on the charger while you're on, Skullface. Alright, I'm prepared to attack the closest goblin with a recurve. Okay, 10. My phone is gonna die. Charge it. Can't charge your phone. Why not? Okay, as that's going, hearing the goblin is done. This goblin's not done yet. Seeing this goblin here, I move up to this goblin to attack it and finish it off. So how have you been charging your phone at all? Like, how, if you don't have your charger, how have you been charging your phone? Roll 12 plus my 6, 7, 18. Okay. My slash. My other slash. 2, 5 plus 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay. I move up behind the goblin. The goblin is focusing on the door, or focusing on Skullface. As he's looking, he doesn't see. As I come up behind him, and you see the silhouette of it. I strike down with both my swords simultaneously. The goblin doesn't even see it coming as I slice 2 and 3 pieces form, as one slides down, the other slides down, and the 4th one flops to the ground. Red. Okay, Skullface, you're up next. You lost it this morning? That sounds like a $50 sandwich story to me. Anybody remember $50 sandwich story? Gothics might remember $50 sandwich story. You kids and your, well, multiple reasoned lies. Just kidding. It's fine if you disappear. Just hope you don't die. You're rough on your phones. Okay, so Skullface, it's your turn next. Now that you're in, Hero, go ahead and roll a 20 for initiative. Now that you're here and you're in attack, I need to put you into initiative. Okay, yeah. Rolled a 5. Damn. Okay, that puts you just below Monarch and above Gothics. Alright, Skull, your turn, man. As this is going down, the goblins are heading around to flank us through the storeroom, but they are surprised to find Blue standing there watching the back, and as he stands there standing tall, and he slams down his polearm and he kind of twirls it around and stands at the ready. The goblin goes in for an attack on Blue. Blue blocks down with his attack, with his guard, and he rolls as well, rolling a 5 as he strikes upwards, and the other goblin dodges. Okay. I took one of the goblins. I look at one of the goblins' eye. As I do that, the hex moves to him, and I want to shoot a blast out of my eye. Cool. Okay. I look at the goblin in the eye. I do that with my hex. I move. We'll look at one of the goblins. Okay, cool. So, the warlock moves past Calgro 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Puts you about right here. You see the hobgoblin, and you see the goblin standing next to the one dead on the floor. You look at the one standing next to the dead one on the floor, and you look at it in the eye. All of a sudden, the goblin kind of looks, and he doesn't notice this aura just kind of forms around in a green, blacky smoke aura that only you see, Skullface. I believe you only see it. They do not see it. Allies, I'm not sure. College is expensive. Go ahead and roll your... Not that close. Okay. You got to about... Where would you like to go? Would you like to go around this side? Would you like to go here, over here, up there, around there? Where would you like to go, man? Like right in front of Pro Gamer, or... as this is going, the enemy will be going next. This is gonna be scary. Here we go. What are you next? Yeah, I don't see why not. I'll have you move there in a sec. I'm down. You can let you move that way. That'll be your move on your turn. That's what you want for your move on your turn, basically. That's fine. Yeah, it affects. Okay, it's okay. Hang on. Yeah. You're moving that way. That's not a problem. I just won't have you move yet until, because it's kind of the 6-second timing. Like, what if a goblin was gonna be here and hit you versus not? Okay, so Skullface rolls his 20. You did 5 plus your 5 plus 7. Yep, because your curse. Oh god, your things are very hard and confusing a little bit. Okay, so the curse is plus 2 damage. Your crit on 19 and 20, and you do 1 plus your crit if it dies. Okay. Okay, right? That's the one? Or you're doing your spell. Wait, are you doing another spell? Oh wait, no, you don't. It moves to it because it's on a hit, extra 1d6. It's a concentration, so as long as you don't take damage, that disappears. That's what the balance is. Okay, you choose the ability of the creature too that you want it to have disadvantage on its abilities. The target dies, so it moves, and you are doing your normal Eldritch Blast, so 1d10 plus 5. So 5 plus 5 is 2. Are you doing your Hexblade Curse, or are you doing your Hex? You're doing your Hex, right? The level 1 spell? Sorry, I gotta clarify this. They're both named the same, basically, and I gotta change that. That's Gothic's, hopefully I still drop it. Then it's gonna come up to here. So what I want to moves to new target. Hex. Okay, so on a hit, extra damage. Choose enemy ability. If target dies, choose new target. Okay, so you're doing your Eldritch Blast. So 1d10 plus 5, so that's 10, and then you are doing your necrotic damage, and you did a 6, right? You roll a 6 for your necrotic damage. Okay, roll a 6 for your necrotic damage again, and then that's 10. It's 10 plus your necrotic damage. Okay. Nice, 16. Fuck yeah. You look at the goblin and you curse them, and as the smoke envelops and disappears from your view, you do your Eldritch Blast, right? And you use your finger again, and you see this ball form everybody around as a black greenish aura, smoky, kind of just blasts in a straight line towards the hobgoblin. As you stare into his eyes, as he's staring into yours, you just never break eye contact as the Eldritch Blast just disintegrates him and he flops to the ground, a bloody heap. Enemy is going next. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Oh yeah, that thing took 1d4 miss damage because it missed him. Missing blue, it took 4 damage. Hey guys, here we go. Okay. So we have those 4, which are done. These 3 and those supposed to be 4. There's 4 goblins here. Okay. So sorry, I gotta do this. So nah. And then this guy is alive, so nah. And that's not a that's the wrong hobgoblin. Wrong target. Sorry, wrong target. My bad. Okay, this goblin is dead. Okay. Goblins, you find yourself between 2 dead goblins and a wall in a hard place. Haha. Okay. Are you guys ready? Strengthened him and shot it out of my eye. Oh, okay. Got it. Sorry. Save that one. Okay, guys. Here we go. I will go from left to right. Okay? Blue finds himself with 4 goblins. I find myself with Cowgirl is moving up to here, but on this turn she is not they are going to move to attack Blue, so I'll be doing this with my dice to do this a lot faster. First goblin. Mother. Okay. 15. Let's do all 4. 11. Nope. 12. +4, right? Nope. 17, 2 hit, 2 miss. The first goblin moves towards blue. He's blue blocking one and striking towards another. The goblin slides up another one. They both kind of move together in simultaneously motion, and blue puts his pole arm down to block them. As they see it coming, they move to the side and they strike both on towards the bottom parts of his legs. Blue takes, oh my god, 16 damage. Blue, hold on, buddy. Okay, these goblins are in the room now. We'll move to the most left creature. This hobgoblin, he is going to attack his nearest creature. He's going to attack the Gothics. He moves in for attack with his longsword, rolls a 19. Dealing hobgoblin longsword. Oh, if he's near ally. Yep, there he is. Okay, so he does. Gothics, you see the hobgoblin move towards you. As the time slows down, the goblin pulls out and unsheaths his longsword, and he strikes towards you. He strikes down, he strikes across your chest, and you kind of, as you kind of throw your arms to the side, all of a sudden in the same movement, he puts his axe on his shoulder and kind of does this momentum throwdown as he throws it down, and he strikes again in the same fashion, same line, and strikes you 2 times, gashes in the same parallel line as you take 12 damage. Damn. Gothics, you yell out in pain. The other hobgoblin is going to attack as well. Seeing Hero, he turns behind him and sees the Reaper form of the little goblin body as the Reaper form surrounds as a humanoid body shaped around a goblinoid creature's body. Go ahead and write down that on Hero on your sheet that you have a pair of goblin clothes right now too. Don't forget that, okay? The hobgoblin's moving to attack. Rolls an 8 on +4. Fucking. Well, let's see here. Let's see. Your DC is 16. There's no way. It's a hobgoblin. Does +3. 8. That's 11. Okay, so he pulls his sword. He kind of does this move where you kind of hear him go as he shoulder rushes you. You see it coming and you move to the upwards a little bit, and the hobgoblin finds himself just a little bit more next to you. The other 3 hobgoblins move into position around you. 1, 2. Also, we got to add your temporary health. Let me add your health before we take it all away. Oh, for fuck's sake. You don't have your HP up here. Why? I've already done this. Okay, when you're fused, its HP is 12, yours is 9, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21. You have normally 9 out of 9, but you have 21, right? 9, 12, 21. You have 9 out of 21 health right now. You have your temporary health points. The 3 goblins are going to move into attack as well. Oh no, his chins! I winked at him, shot him. Okay, cool. Here we go. Can I drink the blood of the dead goblins to heal myself? Yes, you can. You use an action to do it, and then you roll your 1d12 and take that health, my friend, when it's your turn. Absolutely. 18 for the first goblin. That's a hit. 20 crit for the second one. 15 for the third one. 15 plus its 4 That is 19. That's gonna hit all 3 of your ass. Your AC is 16. Look at that. Okay. Okay, here we go. So the third, hero, you see yourself surrounded. As you look around, you see yourself in a stone hallway. It's dark around. You don't barely any light in this entire place. The light emanating, you know, from the sides and the doors that are open. It's pretty dark around here. You see a couple of torches behind you and boxes. As the 3 goblins surround themselves and put themselves in positions around you. The first one going in for it has its scimitar, and he strikes down towards the bottom of your legs. You feel a sharp gash of pain as you take 8 damage in the legs. The second one comes up around the left side and strikes towards your bottom leg, as well as they strike to their goblin impersonator. The second one strikes towards your chest and dealing another 8 damage. As the third one, oh, it does 16 damage because it's a crit. The third one comes running at you and does in for another strike and misses his turn. You take 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh my god. 8 and 16. Yeah, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You take 24 fucking damage right now. You are down and unconscious. You are negative. This is a hero. You are -2. Negatives don't really matter. Yeah. Right. No, there's no negatives. It's just, it says negative, but you, as soon as you take a healing potion, you go from 0 up. Like, you're lucky about that. Hell, fuck. You got dark vision. Yeah, you do see. Hell, okay, so, sorry, hero. I'm sure you're fucked. Yeah, a little bit. The Reaper also now disappears from your form as you pass out, and the Reaper dissipates from you. Okay. Now, I believe that's everybody. That's all the enemies. Yep, that's it. The next is coming. It comes back up to Max. Okay. Hearing the commotion, Cowgirl waves me over and says, Max, Blue's getting attacked. And I move towards the goblins, and I come up from behind, and I move to strike. I am flanking, and I will look up into more if flanking, how it counts. But I believe flanking gives you advantage, but I'm not going to right now. I'll look that up later. Roll a 9 plus my 6, that's 15. That hits on the goblin. And then I roll my second strike. You are a vampire now, Gothics. Health potions do not help you. You can, yeah, I don't remember if you bought any. Do you have any written down in your inventory? Because I don't think you do anymore. I'm not sure. Yeah, you have to make sure if you have that or not. Okay, so I roll a 9, a 6, that's 12. The second strun strikes. I have 4. I bought some at the store before we left. Okay, I roll my 6s. Or I roll my 6 for my first one. 3 plus 4 is a 7. I come up behind the goblin, striking towards Blue, and I'm like, get the fuck away from my friend, as I strike towards its back, and I cut it straight in half. You kind of see as it kind of lifts up and then flops to the ground. This goblin is down. Cowgirl, you're next, right? What did you want to do? Blue can heal himself. Blue has healing abilities. I will most likely, since he's NPC'd right now, don't worry about it. Use your attack. Use your attack. He's NPC played right now. He's just going to heal himself. There's 3 goblins now. 3 goblins near us. Unless Blue pops in. Blue pops in. Yeah, you're knocked out. You can't drink unless somebody gives you one. You can give him a healing potion. You're very far from hero. You're in a whole nother room away. I mean, let me see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then you There's a door next door. Yeah, you have a distance. How much is your distance on your healing orb, did we
Far
say?
as fuck.
What do you mean far? Your healing orb?
Far as fuck.
Okay. Alright, so you're gonna move in and heal
It's
hero?
far.
Okay. Let me see your or you go ahead. Okay. I'd say it's about 20 feet. I'd say it's about your thing, but you got it though. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're good. You're within range. Okay, Cowgirl, hearing your cries of pain as they are cut short, and you will hear a knockdown, and you hear Gothics yell, "No, hero!" Cowgirl, hearing this, she perks up with her elven ears, and she dashes and runs towards past Pro Gamer Guns, past the Warlock, and grabs a healing orb as she pulls out a healing orb and forms it, and 8, and throws a healing orb at you. Hero, you feel the life enter back into you. You are now prone on the ground. You hear this ringing in your ears as you come back from consciousness, and you hear kind of the echoes of your friends. You hero, and as you see the footsteps, and you see 3 goblins and a hobgoblin next to you. You heal for 8 health. You were awake but laying down prone and unconscious. Cowgirl gave you a heals. Yay, Cowgirl. Okay, Skullface, you're up next. Did I skip? Did I skip? Yeah, but I think I might have actually went back up the line after enemy and went up to that pro, got Monarch. Yes, no? Do you think I did? Because I think I did. I think I went, after I went to enemy, I got so excited, I went back up the line. But I think Pro Gamer Guns, Monarch, and Hero are supposed to go next. I think I skipped back up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've noticed that they haven't had a turn, so something's wrong. You haven't had a turn? Okay. You're only smell. Yeah, it makes it a little longer, yeah. Well, it's because the alarm is raised. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna actually say right now, since I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this, Pro Gamer Guns, go ahead, go next. Because I haven't seen you or Monarch or Hero move in a minute, and I think, yeah, you guys are up next. Pro, you're up. Thank you. Vows in respect. You're not mostly, you're only mostly dead. Pretend I'm dead. Keeping the group alive since 95. You're good. Good, sorry on the caps. You got it. You got a time. You got a minute. It's getting pretty bad right now, guys. Like we're... Yeah, that was it. I had okay, I go into the next room and get closer to the other enemies. Okay, guys. So, which way? South or north? Sorry, you not. I don't know. I'm not sure. One thing you do. There's something you get for short. I think your power, pearl of power. Check your pearl of power. Did it say long rest? Doesn't say. Okay, so no then. Some people do. I'm not sure. I don't think you do though. I think we checked into this, and you just get your health dice back. No, you can rest 2 hours and take and do. We can all roll hit dice, and you don't have to heal us. Like we all roll hit dice, and we roll our dices. I roll you know, 10 d10s. Somebody rolls 8 d8s, you know. That's how you get your health back without needing spells. I'm back. Herman, need to go to bed. To the left, give me some room to move. Okay. You want to go up north to the left? You want to go from behind, I think? Well, I just need to know if you're going south or north. I believe you're going north. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're about right here, Pro Gamer Guns. You're just short again of somebody, but you're right next to me. You find yourself next to Max as I'm panting. And Blue is at a lot less health than that. What the fuck? Hey, it didn't do it. He's at 2 health. He took like a fuckload of damage. I think he only had 2 health. Blue is at like 2 health right now. Blue can... I'm probably gonna have Blue. Okay, that works. Did you want to do anything else, Pro Gamer Guns? And then after Pro Gamer Guns, Monarch, you're next. Go ahead and get your team ready, or your shit ready. Okie dokie. So she's good. Monarch, you're up next. I want to use Bane on the goblins that are near Hero. Okay. Sounds good. So go ahead and do your thing for Bane. I believe it's you roll 3d6s and take that away from each target. Or you choose like 3 targets and take 1d6 away from each of their attack roll. Or you roll 1d6 and then I will always take that away from each attack roll. Is that how Bane... I believe that's how Bane works. So Monarch moves in closer, gets into position, gets about around here. He sees the door open as he sees it's the hero, or it's here. He sees our hero on the floor, laying down but conscious. Oh, really? That's cool. No, it's 1d4s. Okay, sorry. So do 1d4s. Do 3 of them, and then I will. I think you choose targets, right? Need the spell. Bane at higher level. 2, so 2, 4, 2. Look at it, you can do back to back. Yeah, when you get healed and you're back, you're back to health. You're stable. You're at 8 health. When a healer heals you, you go back to whatever the healing that she heals you. You're awake, but you are laying on the ground. Miss Charisma, so if the target fails when you make attack rolls, saving throws before the spells, they must roll 1d4 and subtract. Oh, my bad, we did it wrong. Okay, so 3 creatures you can see must make charisma saving throws. Where's my dice? So the three, you're doing it on the, I take it, the hobgoblin and the 2 other goblins? One of those hobgoblins is at like fucking 2 health. Okay. So 3 must stay, and they must make charisma saving throws. God damn it, what's their charisma? Their charisma is -1. Okay, here we go. Go Team Medic. So 7. That's a fail. 6, that's a fail. 6, another fail. Alright. Okay, so those 3, whenever they make an attack or saving roll, they must subtract 1d4. Okay. That's a complicated spell, but I got it. Okay. And the 11. So meh. Dude, 2 goblins and the hobgoblin are marked for -4. Okay. Monarch. That's your action. Hero, you're up. What's your question? Go ahead.
Is my heal arcane magic?
Arcane. You're arcane.
Because I'm an elf.
Yeah, because you're a sorcerer. You learn the arcane technically. You want to get technical. You're arcane, not divine. Blue is divine. You're arcane.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Can that be like...
You have a god? What's the god that you said that you wanted to? Yeah, that's the only thing. If you want to make it, divine, I'm okay to make it divine. Just you have to have a god, and I might add that you need to be religious a little bit.
Am I healing me divine? Because then my
It doesn't add any spells just because you choose a god, not as a sorcerer. That's it. That's it. Oh. Can you more spell? Oh, that you want to be. It's honestly, it mechanic wise, it's yeah, you can do it. It's not going to change really anything.
It does if we go to a town.
Yeah, it does if we go to a town
So
that doesn't
that's
like
where I'm getting
arcane.
my specifics in now.
Yeah. Do the goblins have anything on them? Did anyone kill me? No, actually, but Hero almost died. What is it? No, you are injured. Yeah, you're at 7 health, my friend. Blue's at 2 health. Gothix is at 3 health, and Hero has lost his Reaper, is prone, so you use half your movement to stand up at least, so you can move 15 more feet if you want to, back up, get away from this group of 4 people next to you. Your choice. Hint hint. But you have your action right now in your move. You have 15 feet of movement because you pick yourself up. So Hero, you find yourself on your turn and you pick yourself up, and you're still in your goblin form as you look like a goblin. I almost want to kind of like put a goblin body over you, so it's like, this is Hero. But what do you want to do, Hero? Your choice, man. After Hero, it'll be Gothic's turn. Skullface yells out towards Hero, "Come towards us!" For you are in earshot. Regroup! Regroup!
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
All things.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little disappointed. Originally, I saw it for both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Maybe a bug.
Are they aware that I'm awake? Yes, they are. They see you in front of you. You're standing. You're in your goblin form still. You can hold your goblin form.
Really?
I don't know. I didn't look that up. If you could hold, what you hold, it's then he's back as his goblin form now because he's awake. But I would wonder if you were unconscious, would you revert back to your changeling form? So I would actually say yes on that one. That you would unconsciously revert back to your changeling form. We'll go with that in the future. Right now, I'm not gonna add that technicality that like you ripped your clothes or anything. But from now on, yeah, if you go unconscious, you revert back to your gray changeling form, because you can't hold your form unless you're conscious. I would say. I can look that up later if you want to and double check that. It's not though. It's a natural ability of his. I know. Yeah, I would say that I wonder, and I could look that up because I'm sure the changeling is an official class, so it has probably technicality questions, I'm sure, on Reddit.
I just know that, like,
So I'll look that up.
shows with shape.
Yeah, changelings always. Yeah, once they go unconscious. Right now, you're in your goblin form right now, but I would say, yeah, you change back when you're unconscious and rip your clothes. I run towards the group standing just behind them. Which group? Our group or the bad guy group? Come towards us. Come and cuddle with the butterfly. What does the hobgoblin have on him? Like a belt or on him? He has. They all have like normal armor. They are wearing armor. They got metal armor. The hobgoblins are wearing metal armor. The little goblins are wearing armor accustomed to them. Maybe probably more light or medium hide armor. They're not wearing metal armor. They're wearing hide and furs. The hobgoblins are, however, wearing armor and metal armor and plate. I would say plate armor. But the hobgoblins are wearing hide and fur armor. So, our main group, okay. So you have 5, 10, 15. That puts you right here next to this goblin or the butterfly. Which way would you like to go? Down a little south? I would probably assume you'd want to not be within reach of this jackass. So about 5, 10, 15. Yeah, so about right here. Okay, you're just... This guy's dead. Anything that they are not holding on to. They're all holding, the goblins you see are holding scimitars. You see the hobgoblin holding a one-handed longsword, but you see the other goblins, they all have a free left hand. And then that is your movement. I don't think you're in range to attack anything. I mean, I think you don't have reach with... When you do your magic missiles, those are ranged. You have your dagger you can throw, or your magic missiles. But you have no movement. He has to go pick it up. Also, by the way, Monarch, that boomerang is still sitting in the eye of that hobgoblin, by the way. Because it kind of knocked him to shit. The green one over here to the left. Just so you know, hint, hint. You so yeah, hint, hint, but that's not coming back. Yeah. Remember that. And did the hobgoblin dead one drop a weapon? Yes, he has a longsword which does 1d8 plus your strength damage. Your strength is +1. You want my advice? I would not use weapons. You're not a sword fighter. You're more built to be a magic caster, I would say. Play to your strengths. Everybody has a role. Haha, literally. I'd like to return it to the shopkeeper since the description said it always returns. That's fucking hilarious. You should do that. Fucking alright, so you have a little bit of movement left. I'll count this as a bonus action, not an action, because bonus action you can pick something up, but you walk over to the hobgoblin and you flutter over to the hobgoblin and you pull out the little boomerang out of its eye as it about, I don't know, about this size. And you complain as you grumble and you're like, what the hell, it didn't come back, that lying bitch. Uses mage's hands to bring the sword. Use mage hand to bring the swords towards me, and then I cast magic missiles. Mage hand is an action, so mage hand is a an action. I believe you are using it to bring. Yeah, it says action next to your cantrip, so that's your turn if you bring the sword towards you. You can do that, but then you can't shoot your magic missiles because magic missile is also an action. You can't do 2 actions on 1 turn, which is okay. Learning, you're learning. What a scam! What a scam! He says. I totally want to see this argument go down. Like, This didn't happen. Like, you know what? She ain't gonna pay you full price. That's misses. Okay, so that's 3D4 plus 3. Okay? I wonder if you know what's a scam. Car insurance. Car insurance is a scam. Yes, it is. Well, house insurance is a scam too. All insurance is a scam. Okay, so go ahead and roll 3D4s and then add 3 at the end of all that. So Hero, seeing the hobgoblin in front of you, it's got a slash in its stomach. It's got I believe it's something else, and it's definitely damaged. And you look towards it, and you have your hands, and you form these 3 balls of white energy, arcane in nature, and they form, and they as you fly them towards you. Kind of zoom in the camera as it zooms into the face real rapidly of the hobgoblin as they hit and they do the damage. 2, 4, and 1 more. Whereas it could be worse when you need him. I know, right? He should be here. He doesn't get off till like 11 on weekdays, but it's Sunday. He should be here. Not gonna lie, one of the reasons we do it on Sunday too, because it's just a better day for majority people. It's not a better day for Blue, and that's what sucks. Blue works. He's the only one that works on this day, and it sucks. But the majority doesn't. Like, this is the day that the majority does, so I feel bad. That's why we do sometimes on Sunday, and we did it last Sunday. We played Wednesday, didn't we, guys? We played on Wednesday. Okay. Probably gonna be calling it here soon. We'll see what we get through, and then we'll, about maybe another 30 minutes or so. Yeah. Is that okay, or you want to keep going a little bit? You want to get done? Megan wants to get to a good stopping point. Okay, Megan will make the call. Okay, you gotta do 1 more. Oh, you did Hero. Oh, you did 2. Okay. You did 3. Sorry, you did that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My bad, Hero. I didn't see the first one. As the 3 arcane energy, head towards the hobgoblin, it just, you kind of have a distance. You just see it kind of take the hits in stride as it falls down to the ground, kind of searing. You smell the scent of burnt goblin meat in your nostrils, Cowgirl and Gothics. Even you, Warlock. Okay, Gothics, you're up next. Good kill. Left down. Oh boy. Oh yeah, just build. I don't need some. Oh no! It could be worse. Oh man. Alright, you'll be okay. Balls has been stressing about school too. Why did I roll a 20? Why? I wanted to type this. Not my 20 and waste a 20 roll. That sucks. Totally wasted a fucking 20. Man. I'm mad. Okay. Interesting seeing a little goblin shoot magic from its hands. Very interesting sight. Three horses, huh? By the way, Red Dead is awesome. I've convinced another coworker to buy it today. He's like, I went and bought it. And I'm like, real? He's like, guess what game I bought? Because he doesn't buy $60 games. But I went up to him yesterday and I was like, it's worth it. It's just $60. It's a good game. Like, you'll like it. And so he went and bought it today. And he's like, I love it. He's like, it's great so far. Like, I'm like, good. I wouldn't steer you wrong, my friend. Ow. Yes, you would, but that's okay. I drink blood to heal. Go ahead and roll a 12. Oh, you only get 2? We got to do something about that. All right, Gothics. So that is a bonus action, I believe. You can also drink. Must be grappled or willing. All right. So you lean down and you start to you see this puddle of blood at your feet, Gothics, and you start to feel this hunger as you feel the two wounds in your chest, and you go down to the goblin laying on the floor, and you grab one of them and you bite into his neck, and you feed as you feel the energy and the blood into your system, as you feel a revitalizing coming through you, as you feel, unfortunately, 2 better. You go up to 5. Could be worse. Well, it's kind of like... Okay, you know what? You're doing your... Well, it's dead. Oh, wasting. It's better on a fucking target that's grappled. You wouldn't get more health, but you would do more damage. You would do 2d6 plus your plus 5 damage, and to do 2d8, and you would do 1d12. That's why that's why you need to grapple as a prerequisite. If you grapple something, or something is grappled, like somebody ties something down and is incapacitated, and you go up to it and do your vicious bite attack, that is a 2d6 plus 5, a 2d8, and a 1d12 for your blood, Gothics. That's why your vicious bite needs to be grappled, because it is a crazy damager, and you get the 1d12 in health. Unfortunately, you rolled a 2, but that's kind of its balance, I guess, as well. I wish you would have gotten more on that one. But if you want to do an attack, you still have an attack, Gothics. And then it'll go up to Max, and then Cowgirl. Annie. Oh, crap, I forgot. As this goes down, and you get ready for your attack, Gothics, you hear another door bust open. My fault. It's not my fault the alarm got set off. Fucking okay. Another fucking 5 goblins come running out of the 3rd archer post and the 3rd goblin barracks to the south. 1, 2. Area of effect? It's true. Nobody has AoE. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I don't think so. From what I know, no one really has AoE. We'll see how it goes. What I want to start doing is I actually want doing distance, because technically archers can't do anything close range. You have to be with 150 feet away to shoot. Yeah, no, I'm really I think I will instill that later, but right now, for everybody to learn. I attack us. After I attack, I smirk and say, I'm not coming to work tomorrow. Because you're a goblin. I was actually already thinking of something. Let's see here. So, I drink blood to heal. Okay, go ahead, Gothics. You have an attack. What would you like to do? You have a movement and an attack, my friend. You find yourself next to 2 dead bodies of your enemies. You have Cowgirl to your right. You have Skullface panting across this room, and this this room is very dark. All 3 of you have dark vision and are able to see. I believe Hero has dark vision as well. So all of you, even I think, does Monarch have dark vision? You have Fey ancestry, so you should have dark vision. But I don't see you as having any dark vision. You just have advantage on saving throws against charm and sleep. Yeah, you do not have dark vision. So Monarch's the only one in this room. He can still see by the doors open. Yeah, you 3 have dark vision, so you guys see perfectly well. Monarch, it's a little darker for you, but you're okay. Or 4 of you. The 4 of you have... believe you have dark vision as well as a changeling. No, I don't see that. I don't think you do. Alright, so the hero doesn't have dark vision as well, I don't think. Double check that if you like, but I don't have you as dark vision. I thought you would have dark vision. Only when you have the Reaper. Ah. Cool, okay. Alright, go with the other one to fight and feed. Okay. Which room? South, left, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the most enemies we've ever seen on one screen. Not including dead bodies. Oh, 10. There's the 10th one right there. Jesus Christ. After hero, I have to play out Blue's side a little bit. Who's gonna heal that? Yeah, they're dead though. They did. They took damage and they're dead. I'm getting better at it now. Gothix, did you want to attack or anything? It's your turn, Gothix. Would you like to attack? Oh wait, no, sorry. You want to go to the other room and feed. Which room are you going to? Left, right, south, north? You have 30 feet of movement, I believe. You have 45 feet. Gothix, you move 45 feet. Jesus Christ, you overpowered badass. And so does Monarch. Monarch has 40 feet of movement. The only one that has... Hero has 30 feet. Skullface has 30 feet. Blue has 30 feet. Cowgirl has... How many feet? You have 30 feet too, right? Okay, I'm gonna move... Okay, let's... Gothix. Who's next? Max is next. Okay, well, before Max, it's Blue. South. Okay. Oh, really? Which this right here to these goblins? This 4 goblins right here. You want to move right here? Because this is a wall down here. The only way you can go is down here and to the right into this group of goblins, or down here and left into this group of goblins. Otherwise, you have north towards me, and this is an empty room. This is rubble. You can't go past this rubble. This is rough terrain. You can do it, but you're half movement speed. You have to climb over all this rubble to the right. But you have this doorway and this doorway, and this is a pile of goblins, and this is a pile of goblins, and this is empty. So which you want to go south is what you said. Do we have to kill these fuckers to end the stream? Honestly, it's more that we're trying to get to a part in the story. This is what happened. This is the alarm got set, and we are currently fighting everything in the castle. There is a reason we're here. We're looking for Gundren Rockseeker. Yeah, we want to end more that where we think, you know what? I'm just gonna start deleting these things, clear up this stuff. Yeah. Clear it up. Dead bodies. I'm good with it. Really? Sense. Okay, so what are you doing, Gothix? I go to the other room to fight, feed. I only have the Reaper, otherwise Dark Vision. I'm good with it. What are you doing, Gothix? You said you wanted to move south, but you can only move into this group of goblins. I just need to double check that you want to move consciously over here or over here. I'm not trying to assume where you want to go. This is a wall. Can't go anywhere. Feeding. Okay, so you want to go to this top room that's empty. Got it. Okay. Blue is next. Okay, so Blue has his Pool of Life. He has his Breath of Life. 1d6. He has 5 times equals the Paladin level times 5. So 2 times 5 is 10. He can either give himself 10 health solidly, or do his 1d8 plus 6 to heal, which 7. I'm gonna give him his breath of life and not take his pool of healing, because the pool of healing is more of a guarantee. So blue starts to have this aerokinetic energy surround him. Cowgirl or Max and Pro Gamer Guns are in the same room as we feel the wind start to form around, and this light of divine energy surrounds Blue, and he yells out in a loud yell, "Breath of life!" and casts Breath of Life on himself and rolls his 1d8 plus 3. We have to NPC him, tell if he gets off work. Where is it? 1d8 plus 6. Okay. 8 plus 6. 7, 8. So you got 8. 8, 9, 10. Blue goes up to 10 health. That is his turn. It is now Max's turn. Seeing the goblin nearest Blue, I move in to attack the goblin nearest Blue. I use my dual. I still have my dual crystal swords at my side. I move in for my dual wielding strike. 1 time, 17. That's definitely a hit. 2 times, 7 plus 6 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a miss. Or 7, and then damage. Roll 6. Fuck. I rolled a 1 plus 5 is 5 damage. This is bullshit. I do 5 damage to the son of a bitch. He fucking, I go up and I strike down with one sword. The goblin jumps up the sword and kind of giggles mid-air as in slow motion. He thinks he's slick, but before time speeds up, I strike him with my second sword. He squeals out as he takes was that 5 damage? That was gay. Or 6, or yeah, 5 damage. That sucks. Okay, boom. Now the enemy goes. Fuck me running. All right, so first goes for Max that just struck him. Damn it. Roll these things. 15. That's a 15 plus it's 4. Goblins plus 4. 15. That's 19. That's a hit. Second goblin in the room goes in. 20. That's a crit. Fuck. 20. 12 plus 4, 16. That's that's the 3. Okay. The first goblin sees Max and as he lands on his feet after being struck in the belly by the second sword, he moves in for strike with his own little scimitar, and he lunges towards Max, squilling out, and does 8 damage. That is 12. The second goblin moves in towards Max as well and moves into strike and hits him with a fucking critical, dealing 16 damage. He fucking grabs his little scimitar. Max is I'm distracted. I take the first strike in the chest, and the second goblin moves in, and I don't see him, and he kind of slides around to the right side, just coming out of just inside my peripherals, but still not in time, and just strikes twice. And it kind of gives a good gash to my left side. I take 16 damage. I'm down. I fall down unconscious to the fucking ground as I am at -4 right now. Boom. Son of a bitch. Fuck. Oh man. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Just 0. Just something 0. Okay. Let's keep going to here. These goblins come running to the right side. Monarch, let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5. Oh wait, no, it's not enemy. It's me. Okay, Cowgirl, you're next. Go ahead, you're next, babe. See them about right here. And this time.
Okay.
Gothix was feeding himself. He'll be fine. Blue is okay. Pro Gamer Guns is next to me. I'm down, but Blue's next to me. He's got heals, so you're good. You can. I would take care of the group. You currently see 1, 2, 3, 4. You barely see one goblin heading in towards the door, but you hear footsteps behind him. Monarch and Skullface are in the same room as you, and you see 3 goblins on the east side, so to your left technically if you're looking at Hero. You're right technically. I'll just go in the way the map looks. So the best damn 5 damage you ever seen. Okay, who do you want to attack? Which ones? Okay. What's it called? The green one is definitely hurt. So Cowgirl's seeing through the door. The door is opened from the north side. You see him. Yeah, the door's open. It's wide open. It's facing towards the rubble. Really?
See, that's what you get for not letting me heal.
It's not letting you do nothing. You do whatever you want to do. And then do a sleep spell. I don't know what there's the best damn 5 damage. Curtsy. Oh. Now you're okay. So Skullface, you're next. I move to the Cowgirl, and my hex moves to the closest goblin, and I do a Eldritch Blast, like a Kai Blast. Okay, all right. Okay, move to the closest goblin. Okay, so the what's it called? On a hit, the extra 1d6 damage, and the target dies. Choose new target. Okay, cool. That you can see. I believe it's wherever you can see the target, so that works. So it goes to which one? The green goblin that I can hit easily. Okay, go ahead. So you see the goblin or the hobgoblin is standing there looking towards you as you see around him an aura forms, a green smoky aura, as the curse is put on the hobgoblin facing towards you. You get ready to do an Eldritch Blast as you see this green arcane energy as a ball of smoky, black ball, and he starts to go as he throws it. Go ahead and roll your 20 and see if you hit. And then do your damage. Move over to Cowgirl. Sounds good. Okay, sweet. 23 sounds good. That's a hit. Rolled an 8. Cool. Fuck yeah. So 8 plus 5 is and your necrotic damage 8. So that's 8. It's 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Plus 6, 14. 20 fucking damage. Jesus Christ. As the Kai Blast gathers, you form it and you shoot this Kai Blast as this huge energy comes through, and the hobgoblin barely just you see the silhouette of the black energy just consume the dark arcane energy. The hobgoblin is boosh, no more. The enemy is gonna go now, so we're gonna go from left to right. Max is unconscious. Pro Gamer Guns is here. So the first goblin's gonna go for blue. Here we go. There's a 10. Plus 4, 14, miss. Don't fall down. $13. Okay, plus 17. Pro Gamer Guns, your AC is 16. The goblin goes for Pro Gamer Guns and moves to strike, dealing 8 damage. Pro Gamer Guns. As he has his scimitar, he kind of does this turn around. You see with you see ready, and you kind of move to the side as he strikes first, but then he turns in the last second and strikes towards your side, cutting you straight across your chest area, dealing 8 damage. I started singing, "You ain't never had a friend like me." You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. Monarch starts kind of, tapping his feet. Pro Gamer Guns, you will be coming up next here. The third goblin moves in and is going to strike towards Max on the floor, and has advantage. So we're gonna do this here. Just to fucking. Cross your fingers, everybody. 8 plus 4. Oh, not best one out of 2. The fucking D&D gods are with us. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He doesn't hit me. He goes for advantage. He misses. He strikes towards Max's unconscious body and misses twice. As he misses, he follows on my unconscious body, piercing himself with my spiked armor that Cowgirl bought for me in Phandalin, as he kind of and he rolls a 1d4 and takes the damage for missing me. And he takes 4 damage. Yes, he fucking does. I wish this one was hurt, man. Fuck, he's not even... Which one is the one that has fucking 2 damage? He takes 4 damage, so he has 3 damage. Okay. So he picks himself up, and he's damaged on Max's unconscious body as he pierces himself on my spiked armor for missing me. On a missed melee attack. What a dumbass! No kidding. Though, if I take damage while unconscious, you lose 2 death saving throws. So let me re-explain death to everybody real quick. Just so to clarify, because Monarchs had to go through this and I kind of did it a little wrong. So way death works, everybody listen up. You go down, you're unconscious, you can get healed and put back, but every time it comes to your turn in the round, you have to roll a 20 for a death saving throw. You have to get over 10. If you do get over 10, you wait until another turn to go again. You have to gather 3 succeeded death saving throws. You cannot regain consciousness unless you success on 3 death saving throws, unless somebody heals you or uses their action to force a potion down your throat. I've looked this up. You can do that. You can knock somebody out if they're on their last death saving throw because of a multi-attack. You can use your absolute next person's turn to go over there if they are within reach and give that person a potion and save them from death. I've literally watched it happen on Critical Role, and I've looked up the rules for it. So you have to get 3. I currently have not hit my turn yet. I have not rolled a death saving throw, but I am lucky because the bastard had advantage on hitting me and he still fucking missed. Thank God. And he took a little damage. So they're goblins. Death is what happens when you're not living. Right. Let me clarify that. The enemy will keep going. So these 4 guys enter. You start to see, okay, this is not the right music. Not the right fucking music by fucking far. Shit's about to get real. Here we go. This is the song I want. Alright, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Shit's about to get real. Hero, Monarch, Cowgirl, Warlock, Skullface. You guys see 4 goblins rush in and around. This is not a goblin. This is a goblin. That's not a knife. This is a knife. The other 3 goblins push in as well. And all push in within reach. One towards the Warlock. The one up here goes towards Cowgirl with the Scimitar. This one up here goes towards Cowgirl with the Scimitar. You guys are getting surrounded right now. Warlock is going to take another one. Goblin is heading towards the Butterfly. And another one towards Hero. Holy shit, you guys are fucking surrounded right now. They rush in. You see 4 goblins on your left, 3 goblins on your right, as they come running in and yelling and have that mob mentality. Ah! As they jump all around and they come towards you guys. You guys see yourself in peril. Here we go. Here comes their rolls. Starting from the top left, going down to, and then back on the second group going down. Okay, top left. Here we go. 16. Plus it's 4. That's 20. I need a whole nother fucking page, man. I need to write these guys too. So, let's see here. So 3, 7, 7. Oh, sorry. 4, 1, 2, 3. So it's 3. 4 and 3. 3 on your right, 4 on your left. Okay, 16 hits. That's Cowgirl. 15 plus that's 19. That hits on you, Warlock. Another one goes for Monarch. 4 misses on Monarch. Another one going towards Hero. 4th one. 8 misses on 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hero, you don't have your Reaper. You have 14 armor. You're lucky because you used to have 12. Okay, it doesn't hit. Second one misses. The third one's on the right. Second one going for Cowgirl. Rolls a 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Maybe Cowgirl, what's your armor? What's your armor? 17 hits. 16 hits. You got 2 hits on you right now. Fuck. The second one, 20 on you, Warlock. $13 on the last. It's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, 17 on the last one. Hero as well. Okay. First one hits Cowgirl, the second one hits Cowgirl. That's 8 damage on both, right? Both of them rolled an 18 and a 17. Or both of them hit. 8 damage. All right, how much health do you have? So Cowgirl sees the 2 goblins. She tries to react in time. She knocks one of the attacks with her bow as she spins around. The other goblin behind her gets a strike in. As she streaks back in pain, she looks towards the other goblin. The other one gets another strike in her on her side, taking 16 damage. You're down to 1 health. Yep. You just took 16 damage. Warlock, second one hits. Warlock, you take another 8 damage. Warlock, you are down. The Scimitar strikes towards you. You block the one behind you with your sword, and the second one comes and strikes up on the side. The Warlock is down. The other one missed on that one, and then the second one hits on the second one. Since his target is down, is going to so you're unconscious right now. Yes. Okay, so the second one strikes in towards Monarch, dealing Was it 8 damage on Monarch? To Monarch, seeing the other goblin comes down and it strikes on the Monarch and dealing another 8 damage. Interesting. Okay. 8 damage. Monarch, you are down to 1 health as well. Okay, and the last one is coming for Hero, has the critical on Hero, dealing 16 damage. Hero, you are down as fucking well. Hero blocks. He sees the one goblin coming. He blocks and gets struck and blocks the goblin as the second one comes up behind and strikes up as the crowd of goblins surround them. Hero, you are down as well. And that way, I know, right? I almost want to be like, everybody skip their turn for Cowgirl. Okay, no, next. Yeah, right. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, we have Max down. We have the Warlock down. We have Cowgirl and Monarch down to 1 health. We have the Hero is down as well. And Monarch, Pro Gamer Guns, you are next. And it goes Monarch. Pro Gamer Guns, what would you like to do? After Pro Gamer Guns, it's Monarch, then Hero, then Cowgirl. Or no, so Monarch, then Cowgirl. It'll go automatically Cowgirl, and then Skull, and then the enemy. I will have to do a death saving throw when it comes to my turn. And Hero as well as Monarch will have to do death saving throws. Holy shit, guys. That is intense. I'm shaking over here right now. I'm so scared. I'm fucking scared right now, guys. I'm so fucking scared. Oh, God. Everybody's unconscious. What did that hobgoblin roll? There is no hobgoblins anymore. These are all goblins right now. Thank God these are fucking goblins right now. You don't even understand. Fucking they're goblins right now. None of these are hobgoblins. They're all goblins. Pro Gamer Guns, you're up, and then it goes to Monarch, and then and then Hero will have to do a death saving throw, and then Gothics, and then Max does a death saving throw, and then Cowgirl. She did? This is no time to go to bed. Right? Seriously. Okay. Oh, Bane was not counted in the rolls. Bane was not counted in the rolls. 2 of them had Bane on them. 2 of them missed, so you know, but yeah, you're right. We didn't count Bane on it, but I'm not going to rewind all that shit that went down. You got to keep up on that too. Like, I will do my best as DM to remember these things, but especially if it's your power in play, please help me out, Monarch. Like, I will, especially your powers, your own individual powers that have effects. I'm sorry I fucked up. It's, I'm not a computer, but definitely help me out with that stuff when it comes to your powers, because all it would have done is lowered 2 of the rolls to probably would have missed. 2 of the rolls probably would have missed, and that's what you're here for, is to make sure these things, like your buffs and stuff, fuck things up for them. But that's okay. We will move on, and we will, go from there. Which one has Bane? Yeah, I see that. Two of them have Bane. So let's see here. Let me see how complicated it would be. So I didn't write down the numbers that they rolled, so I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I don't know the numbers they rolled. I don't have it memorized. All right. Well, I'm sorry. You know, just move on. I can't. You know, I'm not. Like, I can't go back. It is the rule. Is you can't go back. Like, it's you know, I'll do it in caps or something, or be like, you know, at Maxamillios, because all I see is it's just typed, kind of. And when it gets busy like that, because everybody was starting to speak, it got pushed out on my screen. It got pushed out. Like, so help me out and retype it, definitely. And if anything, if it's really important, like it's gonna be life and death, you know, then do it in caps for me. You know, but I'm gonna do my best to remember Bane from now on. I feel bad that I didn't remember. Yeah, Megan always has to remind me of my shield thing, but or my spikes. But you know, I'll promise, you know, that I'll get better at that one. Bane is a hard one. Bane is his newest power too. All right, so now what is it? Monarch, you're next. What do you want to do? Yeah, well, yes. The enemy went, Pro is not here, so it's Monarch's turn. So what do you want to do, Monarch? You don't have a mass heal. You have your healing hands or healing words. You have you can do it to one target. You don't have a mass heal, Monarch. You have you know, it's not a part of your thing yet. You get that as a leather spell later, but you don't have that yet as a bard. You have what's it called? Your where the fuck is it? Healing words, 1d4 plus 5 to heal one target. That's your Asaline or Acaline, the one that I asked you for your name. Your Acaline or Asaline. But I don't have a mass heal for you right now. Yeah, I mean, definitely. If you have your paper in front of you, you know, then you wouldn't, you know, you'd be fine. Do you see? I don't, you know, I definitely don't have a mass heal anywhere typed on there. It's more because of, like, we talked about you having that. I know you want ability like that, but the power of that, you can't really have it on your class just yet. You know, you have to have it. You heal Pyro. Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll your 1d4 plus 5. Oh, really? 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 health. Cowgirl, you see this energy. What are the words you say, or you're to Cowgirl to make her heal? Monarch, being you're a bard, and you start to see this you know, glittering energy emanate. I will survive. I don't know the words. Love to give, as Monarch sings, I will survive. There you go. So 8. You go up to 8 health. Okay. Next is Hero. I need you to roll a 20 for a death saving throw. This is your first death saving throw. You need to get a 10 or a higher. You're not knocked out. Cowgirl still was conscious. She had 1 health left, so she isn't prone. She was still standing at least. And then after Hero, it's you, Gothix. Rolled a 17. All right, sweet. You passed your first death saving throw. Right? That's
Love hats.
make you the color. Okay, so you got one death saving throw, check. Alright, Gothix, your turn. You need to get 2 more saves, and make sure you don't get 3 fails before you get 3 saves. Alright, Gothix, it's your turn, my friend. Go ahead and feed if you like. Go ahead and do your 1d12 if you want to feed. And I'm very sorry I didn't get the Bane. You know, please, trust me, I beat myself up more than you guys can ever beat me up when it comes to that stuff. Because I want to be, you know, I want to be really good at what this is, and I want to be right, and I want to be fair and just, and I want to be, you know, I'm sorry, I'm hard. Yeah. Well, just help me out, you know, type it big, everybody type it, something out. If I really do forget something, help me out. Type it in caps, like Max or at Max. Like, if you forgot Bane, and I'll stop it right there and I'll do Bane. Yeah, I know your stuff too, yeah. Okay, Gothix. So, I grapple and bite, feed. Okay, so this is how it's gonna work, okay? You, on your 1 turn, you have to grapple first. And then you, I believe you can do your bonus action to do your 1d12 and hold him. Okay, so roll your 20, and this will be his strength versus yours, okay? And then I will roll, we'll do the dice. I feel the dice on this one. Okay, nice and flat. Don't roll it too much. 6. There you go. Good. Alright, 17 versus his 6. You have now so Gothix flies out of the, and his super speed, hearing his cries of pain, he comes out. Gothix, you come out to the group from inside the curtain as you brush the curtain away. As you brush the curtain away, you look to your left and your right with your superb dark vision at 120 feet for being vampire. You see all the goblins surrounding your friends. You see Cowgirl accepting a heal from Monarch as as Hero is on the ground and Monarch is fluttering next to Hero. Hero is knocked unconscious. You see the goblin in front of you, and you move fast and you grapple the goblin. The goblin tries to knock you away, but you grab them and you get ready to bite. Go ahead and roll a d12 and take some heal. You can jump in right now if you want, Blue. You're here. Like, I've been NPC playing you. You're at 10 health. I am currently knocked the fuck out next to you, unconscious. Pro Gamer Guns is passed out, went to bed, I think. Hero is knocked out the fuck. Everybody just got knocked out or down to 1 health. We are surrounded by goblins down here in this southern entrance. The alarm has been raised. We are currently finding ourselves surrounded down here. Hero, Monarch, Gothix are down here. Gothix is currently about to feed on one of the goblins. He rolled a 4. Goblin, Monarch or Gothix heals for 9 health. You're about half, a little more than half health now, Gothix. That is your turn. Now it is Max's turn. My turn to do a death saving throw. Let's do it on here. Please don't fuck me over. 10. Oh my god. Thank god. Nope, no bonuses. I got 1 successful game throw. Cowgirl, it is your turn. You are at 8 health. You currently see Hero to the ground. You see the Warlock standing in front of you. You guys are all looking at each other in stance. And what are you doing? Heroes never die. As Cowgirl yells out in her healing words, she or her mass heal, she yells out, you know, heroes never die, as this aura of energy just spreads out from her, of white light, kind of lights up the room as she does her mass heal. Okay, 13 health. All right, Hero, you hear this as you wake up. You kind of see the light coming towards you, and you are reminiscing about the past of your childhood, of a changeling being shunned by town villagers, and all of a sudden you're brought back, and you hear the words "Heroes never die," as Cowgirl does her mass heal, and you find yourself once again laying on the ground, and your comrades are at your side, standing next to you, guarding you as they have your back. As the goblins are around you all, you find yourself healing 13 health. Everybody heals for 13. Blue Monarch, you go back to your 9. Gothix, you also heal for 13. I believe Gothix goes back to his 15 health, so you're back to your normal health. Everybody here. Cowgirl also gets 8. What is that, 25? So normally, so you would go back to, what's your normal health? Yeah, 17. You're 13. Yep, you are at 17 back. Everybody down here is back to full fucking health. You are awake, Hero, but you are down. Not full health. Everybody's up and feeling healthy. Cowgirl's at full health. Some people are full health. Hero, you find yourself waking up. You are currently laying on the ground again. You are prone. It goes to Skullface. You are next. Yay, the queen. Everybody. Hero then dies. Shut up, Monarch.
Fucking crocodiles here.
Oh, God.
There are fucking crocodiles.
Oh, really? Blue.
Crocodile.
Blue, go ahead and roll initiative. Let's insert you into initiative. I have you technically under the I have you at last. I basically had you at last, so you couldn't be any worse than last, unless you were at the complete opposite end of whoever's on turn right now. But currently Skullface is next. The enemy is coming up after Skullface again, guys. So Cowgirl, Skullface, yeah, you're up. Okay, 8. 8 puts you just above Pro, underneath the enemy. So you would go after the enemy. So that's fine. Blue, Pro. Do this again. Cool. Enemy. Blue. Monarch. Hero. Gothix. Okay. Okay, now I'm in the demonic voice. Pissed, I shoot an Eldritch Blast at the one that killed me with my hand. Had an inch away from his face. I believe you also you are, yeah, you use half your image. You're up. You're at 13 health. Sorry. You do your Elder, but go ahead and roll your 20. As you hear this demonic voice kind of echo throughout the castle now, as Hero or Skullface uses his thaumaturgy cantrip to increase the sound of his voice and change it and tweak it to a deep demonic sounding. With Lilith's voice, you kind of hear Lilith's voice mixed in with Skullface's as the demon sword that gives him his power. They say in unison together. I shoot it. Okay, now I'm in. Now I'm the demonic voice. Pissed. Away from his face. Go ahead and roll 20. Where are the light sources in the room? Currently, the doors to your right have torches that kind of light in, but it's a pretty dark room. It's not very lit up in here. This is probably one of the darkest rooms in the castle, actually, which is funny. Luckily, everything in here has been kind of fighting in the dark and had there is light coming from these two. This light, there's a light emanating from this ripped curtain. This curtain is ripped open, and there's light from torches in here emanating out. I mean, I can pay if I got thing. I do the lighting thing, but it's extra money, and I don't want to pay for that monthly or yearly. Rolled a 3, a 10? Damn. As now he's pissed as the Eldritch Blast starts to emanate from the goblin next to you. The goblin, seeing this, kind of uses another goblin, grabs his arm and pulls him out of the way as this goblin dodges your Eldritch Blast. I believe that's the one. Boom. Now it is the enemy's turn. So we're gonna go from left to right. Okay, so enemy sees blue, is going to roll for blue. So I'm doing the dice for these enemies to get this shit through the way. So here we go, guys. This one, we're going from left to right. Again, we got 2 in the room with us, and this one's going for blue. Well, I rolled a natural 1. Alright, and then let's see, the second one. Here we go. Dice roll, dice roll. We rolled a fucking another natural 1. I'm gonna show you this. I'm like, you gotta believe it. You can't even see that. That shit's fucking so bad. Never mind. Sorry. Like, that shit's small. Okay, so, okay, so they roll 2 1s. So, blue, you see 2 goblins running towards you as they come towards you. You see your king on the floor, unconscious next to you. Seeing this, you kind of give this, come at me, and somehow you intimidate them, and they kind of flinch at the last second as you kind of ball your shoulder up towards them, ready for the impact. The 2 of them run at you at the same time. They miss their strikes of their swords, and they find themselves piercing themselves on your spiked armor, both rolling 1d4 on the miss. Both of them fucking missing. Let's see here. Roll 4, 3, 1. The second one the first one coming to you, finds itself, strikes, and takes, what was that, 3 damage, so 4. And the second one, kind of already bloodied and hurt from earlier from an earlier miss on my unconscious body. He flopped over and missed my unconscious body, rolled with advantage, still missed, flopped on my body, took some spike damage, picks himself up, runs at you to attack you, and as he runs towards you, just one of the spikes finds itself poking out, as they are about a little bit medium size, and the goblin kind of, as it runs into your shoulder, takes one to the forehead and just goes limp on your body, and you kind of just shrug it off, and the goblin dies at your feet. This was the stupidest goblin I've ever seen. Fucking yet. This goblin takes 4 damage, and then we go to the next 3 goblins. Okay, here we go. Stomps. Back the fuck off. There you go. As you yell this thunderous stomp, you kind of, the body kind of moves back a couple of more feet limply. Awe-inspired. Okay. Well, unfortunately, none of you guys technically saw this. You guys are so fucking busy on your own shit. Okay, so why is Max just not there? There's Max. Okay, this one's dead, and this one's hurt, and okay, here we go. Remember Bane, thank you. Okay, thank you very fucking much. So I would say the 2 targets that have Bane are the 2 that came from the bottom left. You said you did 3 targets, so these 2 right here I will mark with Bane. This will probably help. So they will roll less, because Monarch debuffs them with the Bane spell that he did. He used his level 1 spell to do this, and he puts a disadvantage on them. They take -4 from each. So we'll go from left to right, the 4 on the left and 3 on the right. Okay, here we go, guys. You guys are currently surrounded. You find yourselves again. This is round 2 of the surrounding attack. Oh man, actually, you know what? I want to roll on here. Just for conscious sake. Okay, so here we go. First roll, 17 hits. Roll. Second roll from the bottom, 15 hits. Wow, I should have just done the fuck. Okay, here we go. So that's a 17, it strikes. The 15, that strikes you, Warlock. So Monarch, you're gonna take another hit, or they're attacking you too. 5, misses Monarch. Roll 20, 13 plus 4 is 17. That I believe is a hit, hero. Yep, 14 hits. I'm gonna write these numbers down, and then the final 2. The top one are these 2 bound here. Okay, so the top one gets one more roll. 9, that misses. And 10, that's a 14 on, okay, and then that's a 10 minus 4, so that's a miss. With the Bane taking effect, the goblin, strikes towards you, but then feels this kind of pain as the goblins are surrounding you guys in the clanking of armor, as everybody's fighting at the same time, back to back. You guys are all surrounded, and one of the goblins kind of hunches over as he tries to attack, but misses towards the Warlock on his second strike. The second goblin goes towards you as well, hero, doing a critical 1 and minus. I'm gonna say this goblin, he strikes towards you, and you see it coming, and you just move just barely out of the side as you are a goblin form still, and the Bane takes effect, and this goblin trips over and finds himself prone right now. This goblin is now prone, rolling a fucking critical fail on a easy attack on top of being baned. I'm going to say he is prone right now. Okay, so the first one hits Megan so Cowgirl gets ready, and after she yells her heroes never died, the goblin spits at the ground near Cowgirl and moves into strike, and Cowgirl tries to do kind of a sidestep and dodges the first one, but then doesn't see the second one coming onto the other side and takes 8 damage. You are at 9. Okay, and then the second one hits the Warlock. The Warlock at the same time, like, they push beside you. Feel Cowgirl's back to you as she kind of winches, and she takes a little strike on the side. And you my lady, and the distraction of feeling her body tense up behind you. You don't see the second attack coming from the goblin as he strikes out in a vicious, untrained fury, dealing 8 damage to you as well. You feel it come from your bottom part of your leg upwards as the goblin strikes up, dealing 8 damage. 5. You are down to 5 health. You kind of wheel out in pain as you and Monarch, that one misses. That one missed as well, and that one missed, and the second one goes and misses as well, or the second one, yeah, the second one hits. Okay, so hero is going for you. Wait, no, yeah, this 1, 2, 3. No, the second one misses too. Yeah, oops. Okay, they miss. All right, the Bane succeeded. The second one falls down prone, is on the floor. Okay, now here we go. We're back to the top of the round, I believe. Or no, we're not. We're at the enemies. It is now Blue. It is your turn, my good sir. Blue, you see yourself in a small storage room. You see Pro Gamer Guns to your left. You see the unconscious Lightning King on the floor. You see the goblin kind of wincing over you, or next to you, kind of panting, and is, holding his wounds on his side, as he has got these piercing wounds on his upper torso. What would you like to do, hero or Blue? Can you grab the sword left from the dead goblin and still attack? Yeah, your turn is up after comes up after Monarch. You're up now. You can do your magic missile, I believe. You have, well, how many spells do you have? You have 2. Oh, so you've done your spells. You did 2 of the magic missiles. You've done both your spells. So you don't have your spells, but you have your dagger, and you can pick up the weapon of the scimitar, but it is a, look what the sword is. I believe it's only a 1d6 though. Or might be more. I mean, Jesus Christ, they're doing it. So what would you like to do, Blue? Your turn, buddy. It looks like the king. There is no rest for the wicked, my king, and cast breath of life. As you say this, a aerokinetic energy and wind starts to fill the room as a divine energy is passed through you, through your god, and you see this air kind of clear, smoky form, cloud shape, if you will, and cloudish, if you will, and it kind of enters into my nostrils and in through my lungs, and I feel this. As I see Blue, you know, standing over me, hand face towards me, as I regain consciousness and take, how much was that? 11 HP. Sounds good to me. I wake up and I see the goblin next to me bleeding on the floors. I hear this drip drip from the wounds of this other goblin next to my feet, as my head is kind of more towards its feet, and I find myself laying on the cold stone floor. It is now Monarch, your turn, my friend. Alright, this music came on again. Hands to the king and helps him up. Now, my lord, finish him. As a bonus action in non-movement, I will accept that as a move. You use your bonus action to reach down and hand your hand to me and lift me up to my feet. We'll have to double check if that's possible later, but I'll accept it for now. Hang on, I'll lift this up, you know. Help. Bonus action. So what was the other thing I needed to look up was, oh, changing form. There it is. Helping up. Okay. And I grab you, and I see you hand your hand down to me, and I grab your hand and you pull me up, and as you hear our armor kind of changle as we and you kind of look to me and you're like, and you point to the scars of the blood of the goblin that died on you, and you point to the goblin on the floor, and we both kind of have this chuckle as we focus our attention on the goblin next to us, as we both realize that the armor is being, you know, really good use and coming and being a decent little help. Upwards to me. Okay. No, poison dust. Okay, very good. Your poison dust is a 1d12. Rolled your poison dust, you don't need to roll a 20 for. You just do a 1d12 and it does a save against you. Roll 20 and it fails its save, so do a d12. What a dipshit. Yeah, everybody saw that. Like, freaking, that was pretty fun. Or everybody heard that. They didn't see it, but we've had our own little fight in this room for a minute, Blue. We had 4 goblins come up through the south entrances, and they came in through here, and you were in here, and you stopped them from coming and flanking us from the back. And as that started to go down, you started to take some damage. You actually went down to a lot pretty low health too, Cowgirl. I think you healed yourself. You used Breath of Life on yourself. Really, so you used, I think I have you actually used 2 spells. Damn it, you've used both your spells then. I'm sorry. You still have your healing pool, which gives automatically 10 health to anybody if you want, or however many health you want. But you definitely, I'm sorry, I NPC played you and I used your one of your spell slots to do healing on yourself and do one. So you as well, Blue. I'm sorry. We will need to get a long or short rest, I believe. A long rest. Rolled an 11. Very good. Wow. Okay, so Monarch starts to gather. You see to start to everybody as the camera's panning, and you get this sense of as the different movements, as the different distance from each other, as the goblins are going and the camera's spinning around and we're all surrounded. Monarch starts to flutter and flutter faster as this green dust starts to form around his wings, and a cloud of dust forms, and he sends this dust towards the closest goblin to him, doing 11 damage. This goblin sees sees this cloud of dust. It consumes, and he starts to hack, and he starts to cough and falls down to the ground, bloody, as blood starts to pour from its sockets, and he dies on the floor next to you. Hero, you are next. That was really good. You actually killed him in one strike, in one little. And Monarch still has inspiration dice. Monarch, if you wanna, I grab the sword, plunging into my goblin to my right. Okay, sorry, I didn't look that up. Let me see what the goblin's weapon is. Go ahead and roll a 20 for attack. Anyway, you're using a bonus action to grab the weapon and an attack to actually use it. So, and you still have movement if you want, but the 1d6 plus your strength. So roll a one. Once you roll the 20, if it hits, then do the 1d6 for the attack's damage. So go ahead and roll a 20, Hero. And so Hero sees the many bodies next to him as hobgoblins and goblins alike are surrounding, as they are almost walking on bodies as they are next to goblins that are alive. And he reaches down and grabs a scimitar. It's rusty, it's clanky, it's not in very good shape, as it's got a very slight gold trim to the edge of it, but nothing too crazy. And he moves to strike towards the goblin nearest him, I believe. The goblin to my right. Okay, the goblin is prone. He has... Oh, yeah, go ahead and roll 20. I rolled twice. That's just fine. You got it. Okay. We'll go with that. Hold on, rolled a 4. Go ahead and roll... you rolled a 6, so 4 plus strength, so 4 plus 1, so 5. Let's see here... Okay, so the goblin, you see it's on the ground, it just stumbled over itself, it's on its tummy, and you have the scimitar and you kind of throw and spin it on its horizontal or its vertical axis, and you grab it in its handle and you strike down towards the goblin and strike again, dealing 5 damage to the goblin. The goblin streaks out in pain as you kind of strike it into its back, and you kind of feel the as you pull it out of its back and the resistance it gives, and you stab it one more time and then pull it back out, and the goblin kind of for good measure, and you deal 5 damage. do it. So, or 5 damage, yeah. So this goblin is not looking good. Next person is Hero, or no, Hero did it, right? So Gothix, you are up next. I use my sword to stab the goblin I'm grappling in the back and slice up, cutting his torso in half. Okay, go ahead and roll with advantage. Roll twice for advantage. I move behind you. Sounds good. You can't get that far, but you can get to about 5. Okay, here's the problem. Okay, now here's something I need to explain to you. These are called attacks of opportunity. Since you're in the range and you are surrounded by goblins moving out of their range, they get a chance to attack you. It's what Gothix had when I turned my back on him in the arena. You remember that? Attacks of opportunity? So if you walk away from these 3 goblins, all 3 of these goblins are going to have attacks of opportunity, which I bet you really don't want. So you are kind of forced in this engagement, unless you take an entire action, I believe, to say, I want to disengage, and which means that you don't have an attack this turn and you use a disengage action and you are able to back away from this fight. I believe you can do that for multiple enemies. I can double check on that, but you did an attack, so if you try to move away right now, you will have 3 attacks of opportunity. You are kind of stuck in a better, lesser better sense of the word. So you anything else? Then never mind, you're good. All right. So Gothix already has him grappled. He had already passed his grappling test, and he you roll to attack with your katana. So you roll a 20 to attack with your katana, Gothix, and you add 7 to that because that's your attack bonus. Proficiency plus strength. That makes 7. So your katana, you're rolling twice because you have advantage because he is grappled. Because you have him grappled, you're rolling with advantage. You roll your 20 twice, so you get a better chance of hitting your target. Obviously, it's easier to hit a target that you're grappled, so the game recognizes that as rolling twice with advantage, or rolling 2 20s. So you always, when you're attacking, always, when it's a melee weapon, and it's a physical melee weapon, or a range throwing weapon, you have to roll a 20 to see if it hits. Unless it's magic, or it's a spell, or something else. Yeah, some don't. Yeah, some don't roll 20s. You know, it's not always, but it's weapons. Melee weapons, especially melee weapons, all need to roll a 20. That you can guarantee. But you need to roll a 20 to see if you hit the target, and then the damage. Okay, so 16. So you okay? So go ahead and do your damage now. So Gothix having the grappled, the goblin is right in front of him. He has the goblin grappled. Blood is still on the Gothic's mouth from the goblin, as a kind of black oozy blood comes from these goblins, but it suffices you nonetheless. It is a living creature. You still have this black blood on your face as you're kind of like, and you simultaneously, without even changing a glance, grab your katana and you unsheath it. You hear this sing as he spins it around. You hear the wind and the vibration of the katana as you strike it into the goblin behind you. The goblin is, first feels a bite on its neck, and then within a couple of seconds later, anyway, and it takes a sword into the back. You roll an 8, damn it, but plus your 5, so dealing 6 damage. The goblin, as it takes this damage, it strikes up on the goblin, and the goblin as the second pain before you can even finish, and the goblin goes limp on your katana. and you have a dead goblin on your katana right now. I messed up and the goblin was grappled. The goblin should have rolled with disadvantage when it was his turn because Gothix had him grappled and I forgot that. He should have rolled with disadvantage because Gothix was grappling him. And he would have tried to see if he could get out. Quick question, can I still use my Breath of Wind? What's more? You have, right now, Blue, you have 2 spells that you're allowed to do, 2 level 1 spells that you're allowed to do in a day. I had already used your one, and you just used your second one. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, because I NPC played you. But you still have your Healing Pool. And Healing Pool, you don't need to roll a 20 to give it to somebody. You just need to go up to them, and I have you as a bonus. It's your Breath of Life, and you don't need to walk up to them. So you, within 5 feet though, you need to be within 5 feet, and you do your Breath of Life. But you can choose out of the 10 points of health you give them at level 2 right now, that you give me 5 or 10 or 3 or 1 or whatever. You know, you have 10 points of Healing Pool left. Where is there a table? There's a challenge. There's 2 braziers. Oh, I know what it is. The light source comes from these 2 braziers right here. There are currently 2 braziers right here. Let me do some torches. Let me see here. Boom. So currently there are 2 braziers here. I forgot about this. My bad, guys. Still pretty dark though, because there's still dark shadows. The roof is very high above you, so you can't really see the top of the roof. But you have, I believe, 2 braziers right here. That would have been important, Max. I was making a quarter joke. Well, you got me. Where are your table manners? Oh, ha ha ha. I didn't see that. Okay, Gothix, so you did it. Gothix is good. It is now Max's turn. I have used my healing ability already. I do have a healing potion. I didn't get my points. I should have 11. What is it? So Max, on my turn, I grab one of my healing potions and I pop the cork. Not in that order, and it's 2d4 plus 2. Three, 4, 5, 6. I am back to 17 health. Okay, that will conclude my turn. Cowgirl, your turn. Currently have 2 goblins next to you. Gothix is grappling. Oh no, this one's dead. One was dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's really hurt and he's prone. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left, guys. You're next to it. You can hit it. You have advantage in it if you want to attack it once prone.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Doing a bow or fire? Okay, go bow. Okay, go ahead. Roll twice. Roll twice. I can only stay a bit longer, but let's finish these goblins off. Agreed, my friend. Roll twice. Yep. And their armor class plus what? Perfect. Just barely hits. Yep, fucking just barely hits. So go ahead, roll your damage. So Cowgirl gets her bow, and she as the goblins are starting to get cut down around us, and you guys are starting to feel the victory of battle, but don't count your chickens yet. Cowgirl grabs her bow and she knocks it, and she sees the goblin, and she tells to the warlock, get down. The warlock ducks in time, and she lets go, and the goblin is laying on the ground. The arrow hits towards the goblin. The goblin sees it just in time as he's laying on his tummy. Kind of hits him in the side, and it kind of pushes him back like it comically does in Skyrim when a huge arrow hits something, and he ragdolls into the corner. Dead. Okay, Skullface, you are up. Hmm? Hmm? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's getting late. Yeah, it's at least we got this all taken care of. Yeah. I look the goblin to my right, straight in the eyes, and open my mouth wide and screams while firing an Eldritch blast. Oh man, that's scary. Okay, I look to my right to the goblin. Okay, so the goblin is standing next to you. You guys both, hero, monarch, cowgirl, gothics. You see Skullface kind of stand up, kind of dust himself off, and do one of those creepy exorcism, just to the fucking side as he looks to the goblin and just fucking does his goblin scream. And fucking 20, you got a 4 plus fucking 7. Oh man, Monarch, throw an inspiration die as Monarch starts to sing this song to Skullface. Let's see. As he starts to gale this inspiration, this blast of eldritch energy starts to form in Skullface's then Skullface, go ahead and roll another d6, add that to your roll. We don't know if it hit or if it didn't. Yes, but you definitely got a pretty low roll there, so I would say you should roll 5. There you go, now that hits. Okay, so you get this bit and you start to hear Monarch kind of that's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it. And this inspirational song starts to fill you with smile as a kind of small smirk kind of goes to the side of your lip as you and you let the Eldritch Blast, this green blackish smoke of arcane energy, just consumes the goblin next to you. And go ahead and deal your damage. 5 plus 5, 10 damage. The goblin sees this and kind of just fucking gets consumed with the black energy and dies right there at your feet. Enemy is next. This motherfucker right here. So I'm gonna roll these on here now. Keep this faster. When moments are tense, I want everybody to see the result. 2, okay, that works. He misses. So the blue, as we start to laugh, and after sharing a slight chuckle at the stupid goblins dead at our feet from our numerous poke holes of our fancy new cobalt blue spiked armor, we're twinsies. The goblin kind of runs at you. And again for a second attack as he misses and takes another. He runs into you, you barely see him coming, and he just runs into your side, kind of just like a wall. Whoops, not that. Roll 4. Taking 2 damage. As he runs at you, he fucking you kind of just turn to the side and let the spiked armor on your sides take it, and he kind of just runs into you and kind of does this porcupine kind of and then you kind of just stomp down, thunderous stomp again, and push the body back as you stomp it back, and this dead body kind of flops this way, and this goblin is now Dunskies. The second goblin goes towards Cowgirl, rolls a 4. The second goblin goes towards Monarch, rolls a 2. The third one goes towards Hero. No, that went on the ground. He rolled a 20. No, I was kidding. 7. Alright, so 7 plus your 14 armor class. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, nope. All 3 goblins are starting to feel shaken as they look to the floor, and they are surrounded by their comrades, their enemies. They as missing their attacks, they start to look and weigh their options as they start to run, and they scream and they yell out this word and 3 of them that right next to you start to run away as they use their nimble escape ability to escape and get out of view and advantage on their stealth rolls as they move. Boom. The 3 goblins left run away in terror away from you guys and disappear into the woods. Yay! We did it! But as you guys celebrate, everybody kind of yells out in a cheer and kind of exhaustion. But all of a sudden, you kind of hear this boom, boom. Who dares enter my castle? You just hear this thunderous fucking loud noise come from the bellowing of the castle as a unknown enemy comes towards you. Reveal the fucking area. Reveal. Please reveal. Thank you. No, yeah, we're not doing it, right? Hero, you start to see a silhouette of a bigger creature. You start to hear, let's see here. You see a big bugbear. You see this huge bugbear with like cuts on its face, definitely showing that it's from it's a lot older. It's got heavy, huge armor. This is what he looks like right now. Next to him, what he's carrying, you see Skullface him carrying a hostage, holding next to his side what looks to be a dwarf. You remember hearing stories of our friend Gunderson Rockseeker, the one that hired us to originally come out here, and the one we've been searching for, is grappled in his grip as he is hurt and damaged. You see a dwarf in his hand, but he is also accompanied by a female drow. Let's see, where is she? She looks really held together. She looks look poised. She looks smooth. She's a drow. Let me show you what she looks, and then we boom. So these are the 3 things you guys see in front of you, and as those 3 creatures walk towards you guys and walk towards the door, we will end that this week, and we will pick it up at the and continue this hostage situation next time on Our Kingdom's Quest, brought to you by you guys. Woo! That was gay. And we will end it there, my friends. Very good fight. Holy shit, I'm sweating. Currently these 3 creatures are walking towards. We have no idea who they are. Just look really badass. Or 2 creatures right now. Oh, also a wolf. Skullface. This motherfucker has a wolf pet. Check it out. Booyah. Isn't that scary? His wolf pet's got some armor. What in the butt? What in the butt? I say we're fecked. Dark elf, yeah, dark elf, a drow. She's basically a dark elf. Grog, or the guy has the dwarf grappled. Say I'm running. I don't get health for this. Everybody, go ahead and roll for loot. You guys are well, no, you can't roll for loot. Never mind. I'm sorry, I lied. We'll get to that. I want to award you guys, you know, I want to give you a little gold, but there's plenty. Being too nice, right? Okay. You guys have a good night. Just remember to loot later. We will continue this next week as we find ourselves in a delicate hostage situation. Great fight. It was fucking scary. I think you guys did really good. That was intense. You know, I think everybody had some really good moments. I swear, Max. Monarch, good. Thanks. Sorry about the Bane thing. You know, we got all that shit now. So you guys have a good night. Hero, Blue, Monarch, Skullface, Pro Gamer Guns. You're already sleeping. Anybody else that's lurking out there tonight, thank you so much for tuning in. I am your Lightning King, Maxamillios. I hope to see you next time. We will still be playing some Red Dead Redemption 2 throughout the week, because it is awesome. And we will pick this up most likely next week, if not, yeah, pretty much next week. Got Halloween and stuff coming up. I'll have Halloween off, so I'll be streaming on probably Halloween night. You guys have a good night.